Good morning, y'all. You guys ready to hop back into it already?
You're beautiful but unsatisfied since day one. You were getting teased and it scarred you when you were young. Now you're getting older and you've been on the grind. Your paper off the scale so you feel like it's time. So you got a nose job, that's the primary thing. People tease you as a kid and for some reason you hit. Always into high fashion, girl, you heavy like lead. Liposuction out your shell like a chicken and egg. Feeling confident but now you're becoming obsessed. First your nose, then your weight, now your butt and your breast. It's a vanity fair, cosmetic overdose. Fiending for a next operation like it was dope. Now you feel the need to skin pill, your skin's no good. But if those around you were real, they'll tell you the truth. Just because you spending thousands, that don't make it alright. Had one problem, now it's many going under the knife. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on. Vanity Fair, yeah. Changing one or two things, cool girl, do you? Do you wanna be beautiful and look like you? Or do you wanna look like someone you saw in a magazine or video, but not in the raw? I like nice shaped bodies, bikinis Brazilian, but too much of anything just isn't appealing. Some people spend a lifetime, even a million. No grace like those unhappy when chilling. A girl with a big butt, big lips, small hips is what we all love to see, and men dream about this. There is nothing wrong with getting something broken fixed. Some women get a breast job cause cancer assists. Some women want to please their man and insist. And a woman really loves you if she wants to do this. But abuse ain't the same as intention was cared. So be careful of the drug called the Vanity Fair. Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, looking your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. I said your lips, breasts, butt, legs, waist, hips, nose and chest, waistline, facelines, look at your best. Do it like the rest, Vanity Fair. Come on.
All right, y'all. You ready to do this again? I'm trying to get through it as fast as we can so I can move on, because the screenshots that we have to go over after this are very problematic and very telling. And this will eventually paint the picture of how they set these up and the distractions and all of the nonsense that happens during them. So, yes, we have a lot to get through. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of this is replay for a lot of you. It's repetitive, but I hope it helps people who are trying to understand the complete picture a little bit easier. Hey, Jennifer. Hey, Girl Mom for Life. Patty, Cash, Rebecca, Scorpio Sting, Lori Lou, Gumby, OG AOL, Lori Lou, Sugarfly, Hope P, Let's Be Honest, Drama Llama Mama, Nicole, Brenda, Creative Witch, Tonka Girl, Mystical Magnolia, Saucy, Safari Dream, Marcy, Just a Lurker, Blah. Good morning. I know I haven't been seeing you guys this early. Mountain Mama. Yes, they went crazy on gifting memberships last night, so a lot of you are probably in green. They went nuts. Happy, happy, happy. And M, Pugs. If you are not allowed to accept gifted memberships, you go in and you click, like when somebody gifts memberships, click the little button that scrolls at the top, and then it'll say allow memberships, allow gifts, or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it goes, but we're going to get into it. Sassy but classy. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Hey, sunny days. All right. We're going to pick up where we left off. So where we left off yesterday was we watched Molly's apology to Marvon Sr. Then we watched, and family. And then we watched the interview with Marvon. So that's kind of where we left off. And now we had just kind of started into when they got home from Georgia, which is in the beginning of November. Again, just for context, we are walking back through a timeline of clips of this lead up of the now chaos that they've been trying to use as a distraction. Meanwhile, all along, it's been to cover this. It's every way trying to shift around this. So we're going to be sitting here and going through it all. Hey, to you, Sippin' Mama Nitro. Good morning, everybody. It's a different crowd in the morning. I like it. I'm here for it. Okay, and I'm going to shut my camera off because I'm just like, bleh. I'm not ready. And I do have to cut out probably at 11:30, and then I will be back, and then we're going to have to do them in like breakup segments, but I'm going to try to get as much through here as possible. Again, I apologize. Harry Ball's on it. You are a member. Welcome to the island of misfits. Hey, Miss Renee. I know they went crazy last night. I didn't even tell him. So I had set a goal in my own head of what I wanted to get members wise by May. They didn't even know, and they went nuts last night. They went crazy. Okay, this falls under fair use. This is based on my opinion only on the content they provided. Again, this is a look back to November, the setup of the Georgia situation.
You do realize that the only reason that she said that horrific shit was because she wanted to hurt Marissa.
Absolutely, yes. Doing it.
And a little bit more context in case everybody's like, whose voice is that? Molly is on the phone with her sister. She had been on the phone with her sister. She came live, and here we are. So her sisters, whose voice you heard last night, if you missed it, they're talking about people saying mean things about their mom. So I went and played some clips of Molly going after somebody else's mom. If you didn't see those, they're pretty telling. Of course, it's blank screen.
But hurting you by putting that kind of energy out there about someone you don't know is, for me,
right,
an epic soul fail. Like, you literally are the lowest form of vibration in our universe. Like, you can't possibly get any lower than that.
All right, everyone, if you're wondering what's going on right now, my sister was sent a little snippet of Miss Aileen in front of the Lowlights house and what she said about my mother right before Dolly's arrest. What she was trying to do by saying that this is why Marissa's mother is dying of cancer, and we all heard her say it, right? Well, now my sister heard her say it, and it's taken my sister, who's on the phone right now, a whole lot of energy from going back to Jersey and showing up to her house. So my sister sent it to my brother, and they're a whole lot pissed. And my sister said yesterday, Marissa, the reason she did that, and the reason Dolly and Wolfram Betty and the rest of us heard her say it, since she was getting so close to us, was because she was trying to antagonize me to do something violent so that I would get arrested.
She could look like the victim.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what she said?
If you missed it, by the way, Molly, for weeks before this, going back to the end of October, had been talking about going to Georgia and provoking people. She wanted a physical reaction. She talks about it. There's lives about it. I have them. Good morning, everybody. Hey, Scap. Hey, Blackheart. Kathy P. Kick Rocks. Good morning, y'all. Thanks for joining me. I know this is redundancy, but it'll all paint a picture, I promise, in the end. And again, sorry, it's morning, so I'm like, I had my electrolytes already, but now I'm on Diet Coke, and I'm like, okay, something needs to wake me up. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, Rock Painting Lady. Oh, there's the dog. Bella says good morning, everybody. Good morning, Bobra. Yes, she does. She forgets everything she says. This is just a reminder. Rizzo's wife. Good morning, y'all. Y'all coming in. Leave it to Beaver. Good morning.
She said, this is why Marissa's dying of cancer. I hope her assful, Marissa's mom, is dying of cancer. She deserves it. I hope she dies today. And
I don't care if you don't like it. Like what she was saying. I don't care if you don't like what I said. I'm all for free speech. I'm all for, say how you feel, keep it real, the whole nine. You want to roll? You want to roll on that frequency of honesty? But really, to wish somebody death that you do not know in order to gain views so that you could strike controversy, so that you could get views? Seriously? That was a super low life tactic. And I'm appalled at the fact that she is using other people's platforms to springboard from. She is not even creative enough to come up with her own subject content and work on something that betters life for all humanity. makes the world a better place in some way, shape, or form. Instead, she's out here dressed like a clown and saying the most horrific negative things for shock value. And I was shocked, absolutely shocked.
My sister also said that she was reading the comments under Olivia, Chronicles of Olivia. I told her, I said, don't even look at my videos because I never streamed. I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but I never streamed from there. And she was looking at the comments and she noticed that.
There's a lot of you in here right now that missed last night. Blank Screen's here too. So in Blank Screen's honor, let me play this. I'm just going to play the audio. If you want to see the clip, it's in last night's. So remember, they're complaining about people being terrible and saying mean things about their mom. Okay. But remember, this is Molly.
She's in a federal court. Like she's going to fucking jail for the rest of her life.
Good morning, everybody.
Get the fuck out of here.
Just a reminder.
The same way. Hey, PS. Hey, Blank Screen. How about I go, hey, the way you talk about my mother? Is it true you don't like people going to visit your mother's grave? Is that true? Is that true? You don't like that, right? Shouldn't you be getting ready for your shift? How about I go visit your mother's grave? You don't like that, do you? I got the time and I got the resources. How about I dress up and go visit your mother's grave? I know where it's at. Did you just hit the fucking floor right now? Nah, I don't think he needs to get a life. I think he needs a fucking check. Don't you do the night shift? Nah, Blank Screen is a dude that fucks old men for a place to stay. Works the night shift. Wants to talk about my mother? His mother's dead too. Doesn't like it if you mention his dead mother, but wants to talk about my mother that's got cancer. Somebody visit your dead mother's grave? Do you want me to go visit? Want me to go take a selfie with your mother's dead grave? And then I'll go over to your apartment.
You know, they're really upset about people saying evil things about their mom, you know, but she did this. This is something she does on almost a daily basis of telling somebody to die. Usually it's Blank Screen. But in fact, I wonder if you have a tally. Blank Screen, you need a tally board of every day that she tells you to die because it's almost on the daily. But she's offering to go take selfies with Blank Screen's mom, who, again, she docks the wrong person as Blank Screen. And in this clip, she continues and she shows the face of the person and says a name and so on and so forth, you know, the wrong person. But Molly, you know, pour them. Back to this.
People were saying that I was a terrible person for cursing. My foul language.
Foul language makes people uncomfortable, but it doesn't make them uncomfortable when a child is missing. When a child's being born at the moment of birth and is testing positive for drugs, and you're not identifying with the fact that there's like a horrific crime going on. Something is completely wrong with the situation and nobody's under arrest. There's all types of red flags. And what you choose to focus on is the creator's language when they're upset, when they're horrified.
Yeah.
Cursing is just an expression of showing how deeply you're feeling about somebody and you can't put it into words. Cursing somebody out is one thing. Cursing, using it as a way to magnify the intensity of how utterly disgusted you are in a situation because you feel powerless for a child that cannot, you know, defend itself. Like, I mean, this is like totally odd to me. Like what people choose to focus on, you know, and it's not, it's that righteousness. Like people are so confused about the word righteousness. Righteousness isn't about being right. Righteousness is about doing right. When you stand in righteousness, because every moment you're thinking, hey, I want to do the right thing right now. I want to make sure I'm not hurting anybody in my walk while I'm living this life. But people come on and they think, oh, well, you use bad language, so therefore you're not a good person. Well, guess what? That's your perception. And everybody is living a different perception. There are people that have grown up in a home where curse words were used every single day in their life by everyone around them. Depending on where you've lived, inner city, or you've lived in the country, you lived in a suburb, there's always going to have a different perspective on how, you communicate. It's just ridiculous what people choose to focus their energy on. And this is the reason why the world seems to be going like in such a horrible direction, is because people are focusing on not the right things. Like we really should be doing right by the children in our world.
Again, for those of you just popping in, that's Molly's sister talking obviously about Molly and Molly's path of righteousness, or Molly's self-proclaimed path of righteousness. You can't make any of this shit make sense. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Revival. This is the sister. Yes, this is the sister. Yep. But every time, we were talking about this last night, every time they fuck up and do something. So if you didn't see The apology was pretty disgusting, and then the interview was even worse. But this is the after effects. So this is the day or two after they came home from the Quentin Simon, aka the Marvon, big, huge fuck up that they made, and completely destroyed his story once again and used it for content. This is their reaction. She always brings somebody on to co-sign her bad behavior and paint it on somebody else. This is just every freaking time. You can go back and look at every case, and it's like this. Did they do it again? My internet's been running rough. Just so you know. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's going on. It froze us. Today, Junior, what is happening here? Oh, don't tell me it crashed. Hold on. What is happening to my managed videos? Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Let me hook up my...
Living there. Stay out here. Go.
Okay, sorry. It's coming back now. All right, hold on. Sorry, technical this morning's going to give me gray hair. All right, try again.
Hater. And goes along with the junkie channels.
Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Here we go. Okay, I may be back now. They've been working on our internet. What is happening here? Let me try it again. We might not be able to do this. What the hell is going on here? Sorry, give me a second. I don't know why it's crashing. I don't know what's going on. Give me a second. It's just like stuck. I don't know what the hell is going on here. Ta-da!
Living there.
Okay.
Stay out here. Going to bars, drinking, having her best life ever. Say hi.
Please stop fighting. Of probation makes her a super fan is the fact that Sally are sitting underneath.
Okay, I think it's back. We'll see what happens. Bear with me. Sorry.
The tent. Bullhair Betty was outside the tent. There were several women under the tent as well. Many. ICU, everyone was under the tent. Then we realized that their cameras were set up not to look at the house, not to see the gate, nothing. It was actually, they were They were set up. And there's a million people over there saying, all right, it wasn't Molly Golightly that they were. No, wait, hold on. They will sit there and argue and say, they weren't, Marissa. They weren't trying to record you. They weren't trying to record you.
Well, then why the hell were they pointed at us 24/7?
And then they moved their cameras behind. Listen, Dolly set up a one of those
Tent.
filming things. It was a tent. I had a hat and sunglasses on.
She's hiding from the paparazzi with her sunglasses and her hat on, if you don't remember. They talk about how everybody went to Georgia just to film them. They were the main event. And remember, they said that they were down there for Quentin Simon, but somehow Molly once again became the story and everybody was there for her. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, she was tripping big time. This is when she got back from Georgia, and this is her explanation. Again, this is painful to watch, but it gives a lot of context.
They were pointed directly at me. That was their little assignment. So I'm sitting there going, oh my God, are you serious? Just like that. I'm going, oh my
We
God.
put the blanket up and then they move toward us.
They moved.
Yes, to get a different angle.
I was sitting there like, are you kidding me? I'm sitting there, are you kidding me? Everyone's sitting there going, oh my God, Marissa, you're so full of yourself. You're so full of yourself. No, why don't you ask everyone that was there? They were all there. When we moved, they moved.
Mm-hmm.
When I hid, they followed. The junkie number one, moved as well. She was there the night before in a chair. She held up her cell phone. She goes, I'm not here for the baby. And her husband's a murderer, by the way. I'm not here to film the house. I'm not here to film protests. I'm here to film. I'm here to point at her. She said it.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how all this stuff was said, but there was no captured clips of that. However, we have clips of everything else that happened, but I don't know. You can make up your own opinion on that.
Okay? This is not my ego talking. Exactly. When I move, you move. That's what happens. Don't you think I was shocked as well?
They thought Marissa, out of all of them, would make the biggest scene about it. But Marissa held her stuff together really well. I was impressed.
Why do you think Aileen was?
Molly held her shit together. Really, Justin? Really, Spanky? Okay.
Saying those things? And
Did she say that in front of you?
She said it for feet away, a few feet. I would say about 2 yards away. We all heard her. And Dolly Visions went, oh man, that is so wrong. I heard her. And yes, did I think about picking up a brick? Yes. I wanted to pick up a brick. Yes. The question is, why the obsession with you? Well, Sia, what makes her a super fan is not the fact that she's in Patreon. Patreons are Patreons. All right. But what makes her a super fan is the fact that she left Patreon and she's still a fan, right? But she's a disgruntled fan and she becomes a hater and goes along with the junkie channels. And they gave her gas money. They didn't respect her enough to fly her down there. Oh, well, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay. Oh, well, Molly Golightly, she didn't leave her dogs behind. Bullshit. You board your dogs. If me, Adrian, and Jake had to go out of town or went on vacation, we would board our dogs. Or you ask a neighbor to look after your dogs.
So now it's vacation, right? They were down there on vacation and they all did all of these things, flew down there. And she's telling you that she came in from a different state than she even came from. Like all of this shit is just a bunch of lies to make Molly seem like Molly is this movie star that it's not.
She lives in New Jersey. She drove from New Jersey. She had a Jersey license. And she got there 2 days before there. Oh, because she went up to Andra. Well, guess what? It doesn't make a difference. She didn't bring out and set up her camera for Andra. She only did it when I was out there. Take two, and then put them together, add them up, it equals 4. Now, do you get it? Why didn't she set her camera up? Betty's been out there for a month. On the live, she said she's homeless. So she lives in a car with 2 dogs. Did they pay for her hotel? And why is it that those people did not let her into the backyard? They didn't let either crackhead into the backyard. She collected cash apps the whole time from the channels. That's fine. That you called junkie. They are junkies.
Trigger warning, but just in case you don't know, this is Molly talking. Molly calls everybody. Oh, Dexter said it right there. He hacked for you. She calls everybody junkies. If you've had a drug problem, if you've never had a drug problem, if you are an addict that you suffered through addiction, anything, if you're clean, no matter what, if you're opposing Molly, you're a junkie. That's all it is. It has nothing to do with the actual meaning of the word or anything. So again, we don't take offense to it. We try not to. I get offended by that word big time. And no, I'm not a junkie. No, I'm not, like she likes to say. But this is bullshit. Just anybody opposing her.
I believe that they are total junkies.
That's a 13-hour drive.
She's a stunt monkey.
That's without, stopping.
For money, if you put $1 in front of her, she'll jump for it and do whatever you request. Now put that next to, check her box off for mental illness. So
again, that's the voice of Dawn, the sister of Molly, talking about you can put $1 in front of her and she'll do tricks. Yeah, you're describing your sister once again.
Basically, she doesn't have any moral compass, okay? She'll say or do anything for $1,
She lives in motels.
She's going to go over the top. And she's also going to look for somebody that has a platform that she can springboard off of. She's going to make herself relevant off of somebody else's platform. She don't have one.
That's the story of my life for the past
Yeah.
4 years.
Exactly.
Dawn. People have been trying to get themselves a channel using my name for the past 4 years. That's every single day of my life, my dear sister.
Okay, well, it's entertainment. It's entertainment value. If you're talking about something that people want to hear about, it's not your fault that people are chiming in and being consistent and being loyal and, loving towards you. Yeah, people are always going to have envy, but, this hate train that people think like, hey, let me jump on and go against her and be that controversy that, everybody needs. Everybody needs a little. They want to make them hate you a little bit, even though they like you.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Of course, when we were outside the jail, there was a woman that was yelling at Betty. And I told Betty, right in front of the COs, I said, Betty, be nice. I said, they're fans. They're fans. They came out all this way. Be nice.
If you missed that clip, it's on my page too. They did. They thought they had a whole paparazzi moment. They were like, be nice. They're super fans. And then Betty called herself YouTube royalty. It's pretty intriguing.
They are fans, no matter how you want to look at it. They are fans. No matter how mean they are fans.
They would have to be to come and film us.
I think the word fans is getting a negative
Connotation. Yeah.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't, because you want to know what? Anybody that's your friend, like I'm saying, any friend of yours, an acquaintance that you see, hey, how are you? That's a fan. Meaning, I like being in your energy. I like talking with you. I like hanging out with you. I like seeing you. It's not a derogatory thing.
No, absolutely not.
A fan is a friend.
Absolutely.
A fan is a friend. I have never once called anybody over here fans, and I never will. That is so cringeworthy to me. You are not a celebrity. But again, they have their own. Yeah, they have a whole fan crew. Their friends are their fans. I mean, they have so many friends in real life. We can count them on one hand. I think we could count them without hands, actually.
They're the good people, yeah. I'm trying to make it positive. But I said, Betty, all I said was, Betty, be nice. They're a fan. They're a fan. They want you to acknowledge them.
Marissa said, you want a signature? And they would say, no. And she would say, okay, let's turn around now.
All right. Unless you want an autograph or a selfie, we got to keep going. Thank you for coming out. It was nice to meet you. And my darling, thank you for the bouquets of flowers that you had sent to the jail. I was taken back. They were beautiful. They were very beautiful. Thank you.
How could any...
Who sends flowers to the jail for Molly Golightly? Can anyone explain that to me? And how did they know that they were going to be at the jail? They couldn't have planned that Dolly was going to get arrested, so they couldn't have planned that they were going to be at the jail at that point in time. Can anyone else help me make that make sense a little bit? Why are we sending flowers to Molly at the jail? Dolly was the one that got arrested.
Person that has a lot of notoriety, a person that is constantly in the eye of the public, how could they possibly acknowledge every single fan? How?
I can't.
It would take every second
I
of
can't.
every day
I
to
can't.
acknowledge somebody that heard you speak and was like, you know what? I agree with her. I'm going to do a like and do a follow.
No.
I'm going to throw it up there.
No.
I like what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, Imagine if the responsibility was, I got to respond every single day to every single person that is coming on my platform, listening in, being a part of, the conversation. There's no way. You're never going to make everybody happy.
Nope.
It's never going to happen.
Well, that's why the girl left, Dawn.
Yeah.
That's why she left. If people don't understand where at this point Aileen came from, a year and a half ago, she joins Patreon. This is the God honest truth. Living in New Jersey, she joined. I did have a conversation or two with her. She was very violently motivated. She made.
Listen, if I had seen her picture and she had never said a word about mom.
Trigger warning. Jersey, if you're in here, if you want me to skip through this, I can too. Remember what they say about Eileen is not all factual at all. They do this to everybody. So I love Jersey. Jersey has one of the best personalities, and I have never seen the violent side of her ever. In fact, she always is lightening the day, making people laugh, like completely the opposite. But here we go.
I would have felt bad for her. Meaning, because she's got to struggle because she can't eat an apple. You know what I mean? Like, I would feel like, damn, that really sucks. I know people that have dentures. I know people that don't.
So the sister feels bad for her, but instantly makes a comment about how she can't even eat an apple because she's got dentures. Do you know how many people have dentures? What world are these people living in? Well, I guess they're living in a world where they don't pay for anything on their own. They just cry and whine about it, and their subs pay for it. Hey, you need new veneers. Here's $15,000 to go do it. So they have no concept of the real world, that a lot of people can't afford dental work. Dental work's fucking expensive. That stuff that Kyle needs done? Yeah, it's a lot of money. Guess what? He hasn't had it done. Because people like us live in the real world. Thank God she's got dentures. You know how many health conditions? I mean, Molly, with all your health conditions, you're lucky you have a tooth in your head. I mean, usually with all the health conditions that someone claims like you do, they kind of crumble, and it's called bad genetics.
Have teeth where they have some teeth, and it's very difficult for them to eat anything of a solid food. If I had seen her photo, and my heart would have went out to her. But because I saw that video and what she said, what she used that mouth for, now I feel like I'm looking at an evil entity, like an evil spirit that is walking around on this earth, and I'm absolutely repulsed by her.
I think a lot of people are repulsed by what these asshole channel holders have done by sending these crackheads down there. That you weaponized a 20-month-old to hurt us.
Who blocked Hush Puppy?
Susan, thank you so much. You guys do not need to do that. I am really sorry. I am horrified to even learn what she did to you and your daughter. Again, my heart goes out to you and everybody that she's done shit to. But please don't ever feel like you have to send me money. I appreciate you all being here, and that's enough. Honestly, you guys do way too much.
I put Hush Puppy in a timeout because she was mentioning all the crackhead channels.
Oh. Okay. So, don't mention crackhead channels, please, guys.
I love Hush Puppy.
Maj, just please tell people.
No, just remember, we didn't make a mockery. We never made a mockery while we were there at all. It was only until the crackheads showed up, right?
That's the only time anything happened.
Yeah, we were fine out there. Betty was doing fine.
I'm doing a little piece later on your constitutional rights as protesters.
Yes, the female voice in the background that you hear is the sister Dawn. That is Molly's sister. She brings these people on to co-sign her poor behavior all the time. That's constantly. Yes, felony. Exactly. Like anybody with dental issues knows. That's why I just can't. I can't understand how they live in this alternate universe that none of this stuff really happens.
Absolutely. It's gonna get nice and big down there for that county.
Oh yeah.
Oh, do you think that we're just gonna give up?
No, God,
Listen, we don't need to put on costumes to make a statement, and we don't have to get violent and make threats of violence to make a statement. You did make a mockery, a huge one? No, not at all. How about you? Go take a fucking hike.
To mock is to make fun of.
That's a mockery. None of us made fun of anyone.
No, what you were doing was trying to call them out. Why aren't you behaving like a grieving family that has a child missing, as you so-called proclaimed that this incident had nothing to do with the disappearance of the child? Right?
I mean, 99% of you have already seen it, but if you have not seen them making a mockery, making a whole shit show of this, yesterday's video leads you to this point, and there's a whole lot of that in there. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining me.
Right?
Exactly. I mean, you should support protesting, whether you agree with the protesting that they're protesting for or not. Because if you want to take somebody's rights away, one day your rights will be taken away. Those people
And I don't like it.
one day those people will be knocking at your door.
Really, Spanky? That's how protesting works, really? What about the rights that you guys infringed upon about the people that actually own property that live there? And you infringed on those, you know, the kid with autism, the lady on hospice, all of those people. What about the rights you infringed on those people? You totally acted like they didn't have a right to peace in their own homes. But yet we should support your protesting even if we don't support it. Fuck. This dude is so dumb. It's not even funny. Like I don't know how anybody lives in the same house with this guy, because it's like, do what you want to do today. Okay. Yeah. I'm smart enough. I'm good enough. And gosh darn it, people like me. No, Justin, we don't fucking like you.
They're going against our constitutional right. The First Amendment. That's bad.
But keep in mind, okay, that when they created this country, the first thing they said was, you have the right to free speech. But then the very second was, but you better get a gun.
I must have missed the part of the Constitution that says you have a right to free speech, but you better get a gun. What? I see that the brains in this family run extremely deep. The genetics in this family are intelligent, intellectual, very, very articulate, well thought. Oh yeah, they are top of the class right here. Yes. What else can I say? I'm like moving or shifting around. Oh yeah. Okay, here we go. I forget all this shit that's said in here.
Do you understand what that means?
Right.
Because words have power. And the very second thing that the country put into place was the right to bear arms. Because if you don't like what I got to say, you don't have the right to come over and take me out. That's what it was for, to defend yourself if somebody does not like what you have to say.
Well, that seems to be a little I don't even. That's a little extreme. That's a little extreme over words on the internet, usually. Okay.
Criminal activity is made public so that public safety could be in mind. You want to know when there's a pedophile that lives next door to you, correct?
Yes.
Or there's one that lives very close to
Somebody is
Billy Joe,
in the next house.
and he's not registered.
Right?
Spanky, since you're like trying to whisper and act all cute, what about the one that lives with Dolly? What about that? You guys want to talk about ones that live next to a victim and their family? But what about one of your own that has one living with him? I mean, you want to whisper about it and not talk about it. So we're just being quiet, okay? Even though everybody fucking knows. Besides you guys.
Right? This is why all that information is open to us, to keep us safe. But for some reason,
Don't acknowledge, Marissa, don't acknowledge.
control is the way, and that's not the way. You're supposed to be free and let others live free.
Right. Right.
Yep, ask ICU. We called on them when we first heard of this case. They don't even have the guy registered.
Interesting little tidbit right there that you might have caught. ICU called on the neighbor before they even got there. Why is ICU concerning herself with neighbors of the victims? And why would ICU be calling on people that have nothing to do with, they're just a neighbor? Because the neighbor spoke out against what these people were doing? No, Dolly. Dolly has one in his. Dolly. Sorry, I shouldn't have whispered. Dolly is the one that has one living with them. And Dolly was down there with them. But they don't want to talk about any of that. They just want to talk about this. But again, why is ICU making calls on the neighbor? Just a really interesting note that I can't help but wonder how many calls ICU actually makes.
He's not even registered. Wow. Oh,
Violent.
that
And
is
a
all.
violent offender. I haven't even talked about
Look
it
at this. How much did you have to pay your sister? Pay my sister. What, to come on my channel? I was already.
They're trying to antagonize you.
So, all right, Dawn, how much did I give you?
You didn't give me anything.
No. Lie to him.
What?
Lie to him. Humor him.
Humor who? I'm not even seeing
Some
it.
low life.
I'm on a phone call. I'm not impressed by anybody that comes up there and says what they think is the truth. I know what the truth is. I know what the truth is. I don't have to impress anybody. They can go on and make accusations and try and get a rise because they're looking for attention. I mean, hey, try. If you think you could get it, go ahead and try. Some people are super pathetic. Oh my goodness. How much did you have to pay your sister?
That's definitely Molly chewing her cud too. That is definitely not me. No, Dolly was down in Georgia with them, but they came back and want to talk about the neighbor being an RSO, but they wouldn't answer any questions about Dolly's situation. That's when this came out. And people were like, oh, no, we're not talking about that, but they want to talk about everybody else's. Sorry, I confused you there. Thank you for that, by the way. You don't have to do that. Yeah, yes, exactly. ICU is a mod of both of theirs and has been around for a long time, but she is absolutely vile and pulls backgrounds on every single person that says anything negatively about these people or speaks out against them. She is absolutely a disaster. Stay the fuck away from her. And she is dirty, dirty, dirty. But we will continue to go into that because she had a big hand in the Jose stuff too. She's had a hand in a lot of this.
I got a good idea.
Who said that about your mother, Molly? She's a fucking low life. She's a low life. I mean, does her name matter? She doesn't matter. What can we, honestly, the way I see things,
she's not even a life. She's a, what do you call those? That just suck and give nothing back. What are they?
Heathen?
What do they call it? Where they just take and take and take and take and take, but don't give anything back. I can't remember what they're freaking called. The word is escaping me.
The word's escaping her. She's looking for the word Marissa.
No, I think I got Alzheimer's is coming. I'm having early onset.
Early onset Alzheimer's. Join the club.
I feel like my memory is just going. Parasite. She's a parasite.
Parasite.
That's what she is. She's not.
Oh, these little treats
She's
for
a
you.
parasite.
These are little treats for you.
And that's just my personal opinion, based on what I saw in that video. And if she don't like it, too bad.
A succubus sounds worse.
A succubus.
A succubus. Yeah. My husband woke me up this morning and
I know
says,
the word, but I don't really think I can spell it.
my husband woke me up this morning and said, Marissa, is it true? I said, what? And he goes, Aaron Carter died. And I said, yes. And I'm very upset over that.
They found him in the
All right. Buckle up. Buckle up. Because this right here is where they first tried to switch this up. Again, they couldn't have planned this out. They didn't have no knowledge beforehand. But this was the first thing they tried to hop on to distract everybody. After all of the shenanigans in Georgia, they jumped in to the Aaron Carter story. And this gets heavy in here with a lot of information that she talks about, their private information, messages, everything like that. So buckle up because this is a lot. But this is the first spin, and I'm kind of taking you guys back through what they did after Georgia and how they spun and all the distractions and the different stories that they tried to manipulate and so on and so forth.
the bathtub.
Yeah. And I find it really interesting that Nick Carter hasn't said a fucking word.
He got pulled over a few hours before him being found.
And somebody wrote something on my Instagram. She goes, Aaron actually liked one of your posts on Instagram a couple days ago. I said, really? Yeah. Whatever. Poor guy. You know what? Oh, he did post on Instagram. I must have been. What did he post? Was it good? Is it worth me clicking on it? Because Nick's fucking Instagram is nothing but these kids.
Where's Violet?
She's right there. She just got some little Milano cookie. Hey, Jessica, thank you so much. She likes these little pumpkin spice Milanos. He was battling drug addiction. He certainly was. He didn't have an easy life, man. He didn't have it easy.
He was
Aaron Carter.
just a kid that grew up in the industry from day
I'm
one.
not his life coach, but I was. I'm the one that when he was all right. Listen, the truth about.
So for those of you that don't know the history here, because I didn't, again, I'm new to the situation. As you guys know, I'm obviously a newbie, but she was Aaron Carter's life coach 2 years ago, and she will go into a lot of detail here. Now, the story that she has told has changed numerous times, and you'll see that through this clip and then upcoming clips too. How many times they tried to switch the story up. Now she thinks she is going to be this expert witness in the Aaron or the Nick Carter case. Well, this kind of shoots that in the foot.
Me and Aaron was about 2 years ago when he was all over the TMZ and all that stuff. He started dating that girl. She was a big problem. That's when I was coaching him. And when I started to talk to him on a daily basis, on a nightly basis and stuff, that's when all that stuff went away. And then that's when I was helping him. But we always kept in touch. I never turned my back on him. And one thing I will say, and I want to say thank you to everyone that's watching, and thank you to all of my subscribers. Justin will probably know this, is maybe you guys remember, is Aaron Carter used to jump on my panel. And he used to say, thank you so much for letting me come up here because I feel safe here. And your subs are so beautiful and so nice to me. Where if I go on my other channel, all I do is get attacked. So he did love you guys because you guys were really nice to him. He did make a comment. Was it good? I don't have to see it. And this is the girl he liked. This was his favorite. Here she is. I loved those panels. He adored this girl right there, Nikki Lane.
By the way, a lot of people say that that's not quite how it went, and there was some drama there. I wasn't around for that. If you have questions about that, ask in the comments. There's a lot of OGs that can tell you exactly what went down. Don't worry, Violet. Violet is the cutest part and the only functional part in that household. So she's got a good name. You got a good name. You're good. That's the only good thing out of that household. Well, besides Jake.
He was like, oh, look at her. His statement was beautiful. Can you look it up and read it to me? They do it on Instagram. Can you look it up for me, Justin? Nick Carter's Instagram. I haven't seen it. Because now Nick has lost a sister and a brother. His sister died of a Xanax overdose.
We love our brother and truly hope that he gets. Oh, hold on. Wrong one.
Trigger warning again. Of course, they are insensitive to all this. So I know this bothers a lot of people, but we're just going back through it.
What's that sound?
That's Justin's phone.
Nick Carter, my heart is broken, even though my brother and I have a complicated relationship. My love for him has never, ever faded. I have always held on to the hope that he would somehow, someday want to walk a healthy path and eventually find the help that he so desperately needed. Sometimes we want to blame someone or something for a loss, but the truth is that addiction and mental illness is a real villain here. I will miss my brother more than anyone will ever know. I love you, Chiz. Now you can finally have the peace you could never find here on earth. I love you, baby brother.
Now, I want to put you in context of what's happening at this moment in time, too. Remember, they've been exploiting a man's tragedy up until this point, a Marine veteran's attempted suicide. They had been exploiting that up until this point. In fact, they do mention that in this story. So I want you to take in, you got to switch your brain because this is how they do it. So they're empathetic, sympathetic for Aaron, Nick, but Dre and Marvon, oh, hell no. And watch the switcheroo. It depends on who it is of who all of this go. Yeah. Yep. You'll see it. And I know a lot of you guys have already seen it for years.
That was nice.
We love our brother and truly hope he gets the proper treatment he needs before. Okay, that was at a different time.
Well, when I talked to him in February, when I saw him in February, we did talk about Aaron. I brought Aaron up and I said, you know, your brother does love you. He goes, I know. And I said, I go, you know, there's two sides to Aaron. Oh, let me show it. Let me focus. Let me show it. I said, there's two sides to Aaron. And he goes, I know.
Just out of respect, I am going to cover this part. I forgot she does show a lot of pictures. I know they're celebrity and I know that they're probably out there, but just in respect, I think it's best to do this way.
I know he goes, we all need peace, Marissa, all of us. We all need to go and find that peace together, all of us. Look, there's a sister that passed away, and now his brother.
Did she have an OD?
Yeah, Xanax.
Damn.
Yeah.
Beautiful lady.
I have the other sisters. I have the other sister's number. I should text her now.
Addiction is a demon, man. Look at him there. Were they twins?
No. Nick's a few years older than him.
No, Nick or Aaron and the sister.
No. Aaron has a sister that's twin named Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Sad, huh? Yeah, he's a twin. Her name's Angel. She lives in Los Angeles. She's married to a Scientologist, and they have a
Oh,
and they have God Almighty. You know what? I'm gonna take the fucking messenger fucking away, man. Fuck! What the fuck? You know what? This better, if he calls back, this better be fucking good.
Princess.
Hello? No, hello? Jesus fucking Christ. What is it? What? Fucking mighty. Yes. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Hello? Dude, I slept for like 24 hours. What is this now? Oh, he loved her. That was the love of his life, he told me.
Hillary Duff.
He told me that, yes.
For Aaron, I am deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. Lizzie McGuire, Alone 35, wrote in her Instagram. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply. She concluded by her message by telling Carter to rest easy and sending love to his grieving family. For Aaron, I'm deeply sorry that life was so hard for you and that you had to struggle in front of the whole world. You had a charm that was absolutely effervescent. Boy, did my teenage self love you so deeply, sending love to your family at the same time. Rest easy.
I'll tell you one thing. If you really started to actually get to know him, there was something about him that was, he had such a sweet side.
He just wanted to be understood and accepted and loved, like we all, and it's very sad.
The irony in this is just so incredible because they shifted gears within, it's moments, it's hours of them switching. Sorry, y'all, I did catch a couple of the baby pictures in there. I was trying to get most of them out. And I know that they're public anyways, but still, it's just, they have no care or concern about anybody else. But this gets really intriguing.
He was nothing but respectful to me. Although, he did make many comments about my upper region. He was very, very sweet. And I'll tell you one thing, as mad as he was at what was going on with his family, I'll tell you what, he would break down and he would talk about how much he loved them. And he wanted the respect back. He wanted all of the mouths around Nick to just shut the fuck up. He always used to say, I want all these people that trying to get into the middle of me and my brother.
What? Billy Joe confirmed they found baby Q. Are you lying?
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I don't believe.
Notice how he picks that comment to read. Again, that wasn't the case, but Justin absolutely does shit like this.
Anything that these low life say, I'm sorry. Carl and Q, guess what? My son left me. He left one of those apples. And being that me and Justin did nothing but eat. Oh, you don't get this apple. I'm gonna try one of your apples that you sent me. Remember she was talking about the fancy apples that she sent? Jake actually sent one for me.
I see
Yeah.
nothing.
Aaron did tell me that he wanted all of the negative, shitty people that came between him and his brother's relationship to get the fuck away. Nick is not as stupid as people think, and nor is Aaron. A lot of people think that they're both stupid. That I noticed.
I think a lot of people think that because they associate with people like you.
It's not. It's not true. Oh shit! The stick came out. Oh, okay. So am I just supposed to just stick this big thing right into my big fat mouth? Who's a stalker? Me? Listen, me and Nick Carter go way fucking back. I just saw him a couple months ago. And there's no way I was standing on a line of 60 fucking girls to say hi to him and pay. Get the fuck out of here. He's the one who was like, Marissa! And I had sunglasses. I said, how did you even recognize me? I'm wearing sunglasses. And he
He
goes,
released his first album at 9. Yeah. No one said anything about him being found.
you know what? A lot of people on YouTube went out of their way to hurt him. A lot. A lot of people. And they were relentless. Yeah.
Sorry. Pause. Somebody asked to see Kenzie's hair when I updated it the other day. There you go. There's her. There you go. Okay. Sorry. Pause. That's my oldest daughter, by the way. For those of you that don't know, that's my adult daughter.
It was an accident. I'm sure it was an accident. They went after Aaron Carter so bad. I was out of it. I was so out of it yesterday. I don't blame anyone for thinking. I saw all the comments where people were telling me to go to rehab. And listen, if I called up a rehab to get me a bed, they wouldn't. I was just overtired. I got no sleep at all for days. That's when you crash and burn.
What she's referencing here is the video that she did and took down. Again, I have snippets of it. Most of you have seen it. She was so out of it that she couldn't even stay awake. She was nodding off. Her followers were actually calling her, trying to get her off live. It was, yes, and I'm sorry, the chewing is terrible, and she does it throughout. I do not eat on live. Those of you guys that know that, I put a Jolly Rancher in one day, and I felt absolutely terrible for doing it. So, sorry. Yes, that's my oldest daughter, Mackenzie. She is an adult. And yes, Mama did that to her hair. Mama does all of that stuff. So it doesn't look very good, but I did a good job. I'm proud of myself. It hasn't fallen out.
My sister and I got some bad news about my mother. We got some bad news about my mother's health. And I had an episode in front of my mother, in front of my son and my husband simultaneously. And then they went to their game practice. And then I went on here after I found out that Aaron passed away. I was exhausted and I was dozing off. Well, guess what? I was dozing off on the plane. I was dozing off at the airport. I was so tired, so dehydrated. And whatever resulted of that, it's not because I need rehab. It's because I am tired. Okay?
This is November 6th, I think, is this November 6th, 7th, possibly. Give me a second. I'll go get you the actual date for sure. But this has been, I think, removed from her channel. 99% of the videos that I'm putting up have been removed off of her channel. But if you need the clips, if you want any of the clips out of here, let me know and I'll send you the link for this because I uploaded all of these. And then this next section goes from the middle of November to December. And let me tell you, that shit gets juicy because that's when she goes to Florida and all the other stuff.
We woke up at like 8 or 9 o'clock that morning and we went straight out.
But I stayed up all night, remember?
Yes, and we stayed up all night. We was on the Amber channel. The End of Life hasn't posted anything, guys. I looked.
Had I not heard anything about Aaron, I would have had already been asleep. But just doubt.
It is from, hold on, let me show you this just to confirm. So this is the same video that you guys are hearing November 6th. Just so we're clear on that.
I knew that if I went to sleep, my phone was going to be blowing up and saying, oh my God, did you know about Aaron? Did you know about Aaron? Hi, Bobby. That's so cute. Sure. Yes. It's not a crime to be really, no, I don't think I have narcolepsy, but that's what it certainly looked like. It's not a crime to be very, very tired. What is this? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself for saying they found Quentin. They just wander in here and believe everything that they see.
Thank you, Jennifer.
All right, this is who was calling me over and over again. Yes, yes, Robbie, what's going on? I've been streaming. That's why I didn't pick up your 15 calls.
Are you live right now?
Yes.
Call me back later.
All
I
right.
need to ask you a question about the wedding because you can only have 18 guests.
Then count me out.
Count you out, bitch?
Yeah,
Why?
because if you can only have 18, wouldn't you rather have your family there?
No, wait, no, I really don't. You just want to make sure about your husband. Yeah.
Wait, did she just say 18? Oh, that number is everywhere.
No, my husband. No, just be me.
Okay,
Yeah, it's me. Bye. Oh yeah, Adrian. Hey, Adrian, you want to go to a gay wedding out in Las Vegas? Sure. Let me rearrange my life.
Pick me. Kyle and I will go. You know how excited Kyle would be to attend. Why is Adrian too good to go to a gay man's wedding? I don't understand.
Marissa.
Mike Stevens, I'm going to highlight your comments. When me and Justin, I'm actually going to say something for everyone. Me and Justin were at the landfill. You guys would never have known that because we weren't streaming it. The things that we were doing on that very last day is my housekeeper. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, Marissa, it's Tyler.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know I'm on my way. I stopped at T-Mobile to try and turn my phone on, and it took longer than I thought it would.
Okay.
And I still didn't even get the boot system because they're giving me so much trouble.
Can you pick me up some chicken nuggets and a Coke Zero?
Say that again?
Can you pick me up some chicken nuggets and a Coke Zero?
Yeah, we're from
McNuggets. Chicken McNuggets.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
We're from Harrisburg, so
All right.
it might take me a little bit, okay?
All right. Bye.
Marissa.
I have your Banana Republic card.
All right. You can bring it to me. Don't worry.
All right.
All right, bye.
See you soon.
Breaking news. Quentin Simon allegedly located. Okay. Okay.
Notice whose video he's showing. 10 to Life. And I just confirmed that 10 to Life used Molly's body cam footage the other day. Now tell me there's not a weird crossover there.
Marissa, you were so tired. Yes, I was. All right, so check this out. I'm going to tell you guys something, okay? Because you're not going to believe it. That last day, you don't know what we were doing. While the crackheads were streaming outside of the baby killer's house, we were at the DA's office. We were doing a small protest outside the DA's office. We were downtown. We were doing a bunch of things. We were down at the courthouse. We went down to the trailer park. We went down to the landfill. We got kicked out of all those places. We talked to the press. We told the press about themselves.
Interesting how they got kicked out of all those places, but they're not the problem.
Guess what? We didn't live stream this stuff because you want to know something? That's stuff that was meaningful. We did stuff that was actually meaningful. And what bullshit was being put out over there at the house has really no value to YouTube, because it just seems like YouTube wants to see the drama, wants to see arguing and confrontation. That's not what I came there for. And we did some meaningful stuff. We had the pictures of the baby with all the marks, right? Thank you for clarifying that behind the crimes with Michelle. That's what we were doing. I told the press about, Andrew told the press about themselves, all this stuff. Listen, we're not going to show you all that because why should we? So if you guys want to see all the drama and watch all that bullshit, guess what? All that stuff that they were trying to put on us, it boomeranged. They wanted a circus out there. They got a circus out there.
That is old news, guys. That is old news. That was from October 12th.
I yesterday when I got home got a video, right, of a clown outside that house. Okay, that is not us. That is not us. There was someone in a clown suit. That's someone that's making fun of that baby's life. Okay, that's someone that's making fun of that baby's life. That's not us. So anyone making fun of this baby's life and saying that it's a circus, you can't attach that to Betty Bullhorn or Dolly or me or Mallory or Justin. You can't do it. Olivia, nothing. And I'm glad that you know. I'm glad that you know that that's not us. Why do you think that I said, you know what? We can't go back there. We cannot go back there. Yes, exactly. The junkies need to make that. But guess what? Billy Joel's sitting up in that fucking house, and guess what? She misses it. I guarantee you, she misses all the attention. And why is it that with the laundries, right? They couldn't get a sign up like that quickly. They couldn't get police to arrest all those people. Why wasn't Jonathan arrested? Why wasn't he alive?
Listen, we can go out there anytime we want, Marissa.
I know that.
And I'm going to show people that today.
Bullhorn Betty was there for 20 minutes. Yeah. But do you think that Bullhorn Betty sent that clown or had anything to do with that clown? Yeah, famous, huh? Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Interesting how they had nothing to do with all this, nothing to do with it. None of their behavior prompted any of this.
And this Leilani, I finally saw a picture of her. She's not cute. She looks like she's fucking 12 years old. How are you going to say that this girl is fucking cute? She looks 12 years fucking old. And she's got 4 kids by 4 different guys. I feel the same way. I'll never spend another dime in Savannah. Dolly says it's very possible that Billy Joel, being in that little biker place, is ratting out druggies. Right. I don't care about the people in that house of horrors. If that house was to light itself on fire, 3 kids. Wait, see, I'm now confused on how many fucking kids she has. And is she still getting baby presents? Wait, doesn't she have like a, or is that just one of the Crypt Keeper's jokes? Because the Crypt Keeper was trying to make up all these different lies and stuff like that. And I told everyone, so she's not pregnant? Okay. So she's not.
I forgot that that's a rumor that they tried to get going too, was that there was a pregnancy and a baby registry and all of this stuff. Yes, Rap sent the clown. Other streamers were confronting them and doing their damnedest to shut them down. There was a lot going on. There's a whole lot here that happened.
Not pregnant. The Amazon wish list says that she's pregnant. All right, whatever. But I don't believe anything the Crypt Keeper says anyway. I told everybody at that thing, I said, stop listening to her. She's nothing. She's no one. Her and her husband are never going to get down there because they are criminals and they are animal abusers.
The streamer she's talking about currently is, I don't know her channel name, Voices Behind the Wall. Is that right? Voices Behind the Wall. I don't want to get them confused and send you guys on the wrong path. It's Cher is who it is. I know her by name. Voices Behind the Wall is what I think the channel name is. That's who she's referring to as the Crypt Keeper and her husband.
Did you know that? You probably didn't know that. Her and her gross husband are felons. I'm not a felon. Sorry.
And again, you're entitled to your own opinions there. I have not watched her enough to make a really solid opinion, but what I have seen, I don't care for so far. But it's always interesting to watch this one call somebody else out. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't agree with there. But again, I didn't really cover the Quentin Simon stuff from that angle. I covered it from the angle of what they were doing to the Mervon stuff. So if you want more coverage on that piece of it, I know Queen Bee covered it extensively and has a lot of content about it.
No, wait, you're not. Okay.
Who would get her pregnant?
Well, you know, she was hoeing.
And she's talking about Leilani being pregnant, the mother of Quentin Simon. That's who she was referring to about being pregnant.
For drugs.
That's disgusting. It's a pug.
Pug.
She kept what us that one.
That's
That's been getting pregnant on purpose to try to keep these guys. Ladies, that never happens.
Not all felons are created equal, and people that aren't felons out there probably should be felons, and people that are felons out there maybe shouldn't be felons.
A lot of women that get pregnant should not be pregnant. A lot of women that have been giving birth.
Trigger warning again. I'm sorry. It goes from bad to worse, and they just say horrible things. Anybody struggling with infertility, I'm sorry. Like, she needs a mute button.
Should not be having children at all. I think I had a dream that
Oh, really, Brian?
I had a dream that I was pregnant last night. I think I did.
It's her pug crying.
Does not commit felonies.
I need hydration.
Notice how Spanky can't even hold a conversation while she's gone. He can't even interact with the comments. He struggles so badly.
Brian.
What are you doing? You're so cute. Hey, you're not gonna believe what I wouldn't leave behind in that apartment. Want to see? Justin?
Yeah.
Refused to leave the restaurant. Said it's coming with me.
Rice-a-roni.
The San Francisco treat. And by the way, reminds me, don't bring a designer bag to a fucking.
They can drop my Patreon. Thank you, dear. Thank you to all the new Patreons.
Now tell me again how this was about going down there for Quentin Simon when she's carrying designer handbags to the events. I mean, I get this is her like signature thing that she's always got to have a designer bag, but really.
Oh. I need like real food.
Record. Trust me, we will be back.
Thank you, Z. One more?
Of course, just because someone has had a felony doesn't mean they're a bad.
Oh, fuck. I accidentally just kicked them off. Justin, I accidentally kicked you off. You big ass felon. I'm sorry that I just kicked you off.
You did that on purpose.
I didn't. You know what, Violet? Stop it with the dramatics. You know you like them, and they're trying to do a taste test. Get out of here.
Love you, Court. Thank you.
Thank you, Corp. I know. I've been with them when he charged the car.
Yes.
We should have went to Chick-fil-A first. Okay.
She's still mad about that. I'm getting ready to trade my car.
All right, Val, you have enough.
Volvos are very safe.
Hey, Mallory. How it is emotionally? It's aggravating to be
It's
upset.
exactly like my car that I have now.
Sorry, I'm going to do a little bit of skipping here because this is all like super annoying. But Justin's talking about needing a new vehicle. And Molly, you heard Molly say, hello, Mallory. Well, Mallory pops on panel here.
Except where the black vents are, I have chrome.
It's exhausting and it's agitated. Oh, I got sent a present. You want to see it?
Is Miss House Williams in here?
Yeah, and I got a present to open. You and I, and it's turned into a canvas. Diamonds and pearls all over the place.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Diamonds and pearls. That's fucking amazing. That's so funny.
Look at that skinny fucking arm.
Send me a picture of that, please.
And what's with the ninja bunny? What does that represent?
That's my channel.
The bunny?
I have Bunny on the back of my channel. It's the mascot.
So funny. Oh, look at the little box. And you with the fan? You know what you need?
What?
Thank
About what's between someone's legs, unless you're sleeping with them.
people searching. I don't believe
There's
there's.
still going on.
I don't.
I don't
Hey,
think-
you want to know something? Get the fuck out of here, doodle mom.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
It's so disrespectful. Don't worry about what's between someone's legs, unless you're sleeping with them.
That's a protected class, motherfucker. Guess what?
That explains it, Melissa.
She just decides to stomp on your head. Guess what? Guess who's going to jail? Not her. You. Remember that.
Remember that, friends. Remember that. That's a protected class. You see where we're headed?
Just on you now. Let me tell you something. If I was gay, if I was trans, holy shit. Every time someone said something, I'd knock them the fuck out and then fucking press charges on them and say, yeah, I'm trans. And they'd be like, oh, you're going to jail. They're like, ha 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 ha.
Everybody on the same page here. Oh, Welsh, I can see you. I haven't removed any comments either. I'm not really paying attention because I'm pausing in the other screen, but I can see your comments. Or I can see that comment. I haven't seen any previously. Yeah, y'all see what's happening? Just wait. This buildup is very, very obvious.
They have that right. I'm just saying. Just remember, people, the gay community doesn't hurt anybody but themselves.
Mallory is one classy lady. And she looked fucking fabulous in her shades.
Yes, she did. She knew it.
Oh my God.
She's turning her head. Is anybody getting a shot? Zoom in, bitches.
Mallory can always bring humor to a really crappy situation. And she's like, and you are a terrible host. You didn't even come out.
Glass of lemonade, nothing. She loved the glasses. Yes, she did. She's like, are you sure? I should have been like, you know what? I'm not sure. Give them back. And she'd be like, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Let's see. You want to come up now? See if she wants to come up. Drop her link. She wants to come up.
Do you want to know when you saw Bullhorn Betty out there yesterday? The cops told her, how long are you going to be? And she said, 20 minutes. I just need 20 minutes. And he goes,
You can't tell a person how long they can be there. This is not.
exactly.
This is not.
You know what he did to her? You know what he did to her? Right when the 20 minutes was up, when it was at 18 minutes, he goes, you have 2 minutes left.
Why'd she say 18 again? Y'all on the island here, this is getting a little trippy because I've never realized how much the number 18 is used by them. And I'm the one that randomly says it all the time.
She goes, I didn't mean it. What do you call it? And he goes, no,
Literally.
you said 18 minutes and I'm keeping you to it.
No, you said 20 minutes.
And he said 18. Yes, you said, he said, you have 2 minutes. Ain't that some shit?
Well, we're going to talk about that today because I did my research.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, that town's in for a rude fucking awakening. And guess who's helping? Jonathan Lee Riches.
There's a lot of people that's actually helping.
That fucking county's gonna see a fucking massive lawsuit. Massive.
That county's going to see a massive lawsuit. Just think about this. Think about all the things that they're doing currently. This goes back to when they just came back from Savannah and they're saying that county's going to see a massive lawsuit because of how they were treated. Okay, so the 18 thing is, this is really random, but months ago, I was accused of listing 18 channels who supposedly had said something against Michelle. Well, it was nothing I ever said. I never listed 18 channels, never once. But going back and reviewing to see what I actually did say, we realized that I say 18 as a hypothetical number a lot, but not in the context that they were using it. So they lied and said that I listed all these 18 channels, and it just became kind of a joke over here. But now we've noticed it in every place. It follows us everywhere. I can't get away from it.
Perjury, everything. I love that the stupid clown had no one to disrupt. Yep. Using that baby as a pawn and a weapon against us is disgusting.
Oh, no.
Disgusting. Oh, hey, if I get you to do this horribly low class, dignified thing, I'll push your cash out. Yeah. Sell your soul to the devil. You want some cheese? Yeah.
Good question. Has Chatham County been filed? Has a lawsuit been filed against Chatham County by JLR and Boss Baby Bitch? Anybody know? I wonder. One of 18 lawsuits coming up.
I would never. They didn't have the respect to fly those people in. And where did they even put them up? They wouldn't even let those people. Billy Joel didn't even respect those skanks and lowlifes to bring them into the backyard. Only the dogs were allowed in the backyard. It spoke volumes because we noticed. That whole day, they wouldn't let Eileen back there. They wouldn't let the other crackhead back there.
It's true.
We noticed. I mentioned it and I said, keep your eye. Both days. And yesterday when we rolled up, the day before yesterday, when we rolled up on them, I said, look at this. I said, look at Billy Joel. They're running in. Sleeping in her car. Who does that? Who sleeps in their fucking car? I don't think I'd ever slept in my car my whole life. I've never slept in a car. I don't think I could. I'm such a light sleeper.
You never fell asleep in a car?
Mm-hmm. Never had sex in a car. Never slept in a car. Never. I almost shit myself in my car, but then I got out. Yeah. That's Jaja. We're both pug owners.
I've always been a pug owner.
Me too.
Always.
You're a fucking part of it, Nicolina. Go fuck yourself. Embarrassing. Oh my god! Oh my god! Anybody get that on tape? Oh my god!
Okay, hang it up.
Didn't even let those people. So look at this. So look at Billy Joel.
I was going to fast forward it, but then there's a part in here that you guys got to hear. This, I don't know who this channel is that pops on. They say the lady's name is Nicolina something, something, something. There was a lot of drama there. You can make your own opinion. This isn't about her, but she comes up for a minute, I guess.
They're running in. Sleeping in her car. Who does that? Who sleeps in their fucking car? I don't think I'd ever slept in my car my whole life. I've never slept in a car. I don't think I could. I'm such a light sleeper.
You never fell asleep in a car?
Mm-mm. Never had sex in a car. Never slept in a car. Never. I almost shit myself in my car, but then I got out. Yeah. That's Jaja. We're both pug owners.
I've always been a pug owner.
Me too.
Always.
Hello?
Hi, how are you, Molly?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Nikki?
I'm doing wonderful.
Can I ask
So,
why you-
I see that you have to stoop to the level of being a tragedy pimp with baby Quentin.
I don't
You
agree.
have you humiliated yourself the entire week. You were there popping pills, getting.
Okay, hang it up.
Okay, Nikki B, how about you suck a big fucking black cock and then douche your mouth out with fucking soap? Definitely didn't humiliate myself. Nikki.
She definitely didn't humiliate herself at all, but this is her reaction to somebody calling her out. Gotcha. And what she said was spot on. I mean,
You sit your fucking ass down right on a big black dildo.
Like, listen, I'm not going to any other channel, haters channel or anything. I mean, we don't have to express like our hatred or dislike toward someone if they disagree with us or they do something different than us.
Hey, chainsaw, fuck you.
That sounded like Nicolina.
It was. I just struck the bitch last night.
Oh,
She wants to fangirl me when I got on her fucking page the other night, right? What, 2 weeks ago,
she
right?
was so nice to you.
No, she was fangirling me. It was embarrassing. Oh my god, oh my god. Anybody get that on tape? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. She was freaking. What? She was freaking out to a point where I wanted to jump down. Did anybody ever see that? Anybody remember? When she was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I can't believe you. Oh, you saw it. Oh, okay. Right?
I don't know who the hell that Hermit Z Frog is, but that person co-signs all of her bullshit constantly. And again, why isn't there video footage of all of this? Like, oh, you saw it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep, you saw it. No. I mean, again, I don't see everything that happens, but who cares? She told you what she thought, and you just had a very strong reaction to that. Yeah, I have the clips of her admitting that she was taking them too. I mean, it's just, I don't know, Nikki. It's very bothersome. Hey, Yasmina, I saw you pop in earlier. Queen Bee, hello. Thank you for coming over. You guys, Queen Bee has a lot of the other side of this, like the Quentin Simon piece of this, which I don't know the ins and outs of. So if you want that piece of this, that's over there. And there's a shit ton of stuff that was going on the other side. Jaren, the number 18 has become very interesting over here. It's always 333. 18 something. It's actually been a really cool number. We've done a lot of looking into it.
Bitch, know your fucking place. Yeah, you remember? She was even crying. I don't remember that because I was fucking embarrassed. I struck her. Now she's fucking mad.
I need to go through mine and look.
She's got her fucking kid on YouTube being a fucking asshole. Get the fuck out of here. That's the one who sent the first junkie out there. That's who sent the first junkie out there. Do you remember the first junkie that was sitting in the chair? That was them. Now, do you remember when she said, I'm not here for this house. I'm not even here for the baby. I'm here to film her. That's what she said, honest to God.
I heard it. I heard her say that.
Oh, but we're making fools of ourselves. You're a fucking part of it, Nicolina. Go fuck yourself. Now we see who you are. You sell your soul to the devil. You sell your soul to Satan. When you know that that baby's got nothing, when you know that that baby has no one to speak for, and it's okay for you to send your little pimps and minions and you have the nerve to call me a tragedy pimp, then what the fuck are you? That's not a super fan. That's someone that, I don't know. No. I don't even know what that fucking is. See, they all act like they're your biggest fucking fan. They all act like they're your biggest fucking fan. Then when they see you in real life, right? They don't care about the baby at all. Those are the ones that care about the numbers. They're the ones that care about money.
Mallory's looking for a link. Something.
What exactly do you think that I made on this? I didn't make shit. Not only
That's true. Didn't.
I didn't make anything. And Andrew said that she felt bad. She was
Oh, wait, they're going to tell you what this is all about right here. Right here. She doesn't hide this. I don't know how her subs miss the point that she tells you flat out what all of this is about. Money, 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 money.
like, I feel bad. You didn't make anything. And I gave money to the babysitter so she could get the hell out of that place and move.
Lies, lies. You secured a source in an interview that you couldn't even air for $500. That is what you did. You didn't give a fuck about the babysitter and the babysitter's well-being or anything like that. You wanted a fucking interview. That's what you do. You pay for sources, you pay for interviews. You don't give a shit if they're legit or not. You just throw money at them. It's called securing a source.
Make a fool out of myself. Bitch, you wish you made a fucking fool out of myself. Go fucking suck a dick. Sounds like you haven't had a fucking dick and you're a fucking twat in a long time. If you did, you wouldn't be this angry.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your children's life coach extraordinaire. Please remember that this is who will educate your children for free. Just sit them down in front of her YouTube channel and they will learn so much.
That is not a happy person, people. Wants to call me a tragedy pimp. Just remember, sweetheart, I don't go around looking to exploit people and their stories. I actually go down there and try to help them.
I love that babysitter. She is so sweet.
Yeah, she did text me yesterday. She's a sweetheart. She's mad because I gave her a fucking strike. Oh, well. You don't like it?
Hey, Marissa, put it, you're going to have to put it on subscribers only.
Oh, Spanky, are your feelings getting hurt by people telling you the truth in your comment section and you need to limit the amount of people that are actually telling the truth? These people are pathetic. By the way, we encourage you to have a difference of opinion. If you want to discuss it, ask questions. We encourage that dialogue over here. I've never put it on subscribers only ever. Not once. We barely slow down the chat over here. We encourage you to speak your mind as long as you're respectful to other people and the fucking truth. I mean, if you're going to spread nonsense, you're going to get cussed out because I like to do that to people. You know, that's my release.
I thought it was on subscribers only.
Hey, Deborah.
It's not on subscribers only.
It is?
The shipping. I don't know how it would be.
Hey, Kimmy.
I don't see that fucking bitch getting off her ass and doing anything for fucking humanity. Not the main channel. Oh. It is. It's on subscribers only. There you go. Here you go.
On both channels?
It most certainly is. Yeah. There she is. Stick your tongue out. All right.
There she is.
There you go.
Holy shit, people. Holy shit. Polished turd number 3 has entered the building. Now buckle up, bitches, because we're about to go on another free-for-all of a bunch of co-signing BS and nonsense. All right.
Oh, wow.
Mallory saves the day.
I'm so happy to see your face.
How are you, little munchkin?
I'm
Munchkin
good.
butt.
I'm really happy to see you.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, it was so nice being in y'all's actual space, in your bubble, hugging and kissing and loving and all that good stuff.
Nice and warm, right?
It was cozy. Yes. Right?
It was.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I gotta say it. And I'm gonna ruin all of your lunches, but you're welcome. It's called the diet plan over here. But can you imagine the smell in that bubble?
Times. Took a second to get used to it. So used to seeing you all like this, but in 3D form, my God, it's a lot to take in.
Right.
Between Justin's bubble butt and Molly's, girls, holy hell, right? Jesus. Hello, everyone in the side chat. I've got to pull up the side chat so I can see everyone over there as well.
Well, can you answer the big question? Oh my God, it's my house cleaning. Hold on. The big
Get
question
dressed.
is, are you mad at us because we didn't invite you anywhere?
Oh God, no. No, listen, first of all, I think there was some miscommunications anyway. Truth be told, when I left the house that night, I had no intentions of going back to the house. I had done all that I wanted to do at the scene, at that particular house. Now, I didn't know if there was going to be any more filming in other locations or not, but I had planned on, because I don't get out very much, and I really was hoping that I could turn that little getaway into a half pleasure, half business trip, so to speak, because I was really looking forward to spending. I've been to Savannah several times, and it's a beautiful city, and I was hoping to take in a little bit of Savannah while I was there.
Yeah.
So there was that.
I think it was just 2 days ago, Mallory tried to say that, she was heartbroken when she went down there. She went down there for the kids again to Savannah. But she's telling you here that she went down for pleasure. She was hoping to take in the sights. Like, her focus wasn't Quentin Simon either. But again, now that story has again changed. And you guys, I understand a lot of people have very strong opinions on Mallory, but please do not misgender her. She goes by her. So can we, at least, we don't have to be as disgusting as they are.
Listen, but the next day I wound up feeling so poorly anyway. I didn't get to do much anyway, because I had wound up, when I left the house, I literally forgot every bit of medicine that I take.
Oh my God,
on
man.
the table. I had it out on the kitchen table, so I wouldn't miss it. And I walked out of the house and I forgot it there. And I started having probably some withdrawals, from my medicines.
Yeah.
And I just was feeling nauseous.
You were with the medicine cabinets. Why didn't you just ask them?
I started getting the head zaps, and I wasn't feeling really up to par on that by Thursday. And besides that, I think that you all were under the impression that I had left Savannah that morning or the day. Well, you all were out and about doing your thing in Savannah the next day after I saw you all. I think you all thought that I had left town anyway.
Yes.
So, no, I'm not mad. I wouldn't have been able to participate like I did at full speed on Tuesday or Wednesday anyway.
Head zaps are awful. Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's like being electrocuted.
Yes, and I didn't realize they were a real thing until I was trying to explain them to other people, and other people were able to validate that they're an actual happening.
Yes.
And they're very unsettling. So, no.
So I saw this live, and myself, I was really hopeful. I was holding hope for Mallory, that Mallory had just tried to exit when she saw how crazy this had become. What Molly groping her, that was inappropriate. Like, I was really hopeful and holding out hope for Mallory here. Again, I didn't know Mallory's history, where she fit into this all at the time, but I was still like, maybe because she's making excuses why she exited and stayed the hell away from him. But then you see she got very comfortable in this seat.
No, I wasn't upset.
Jake, no one here. Remember what I told you about? Like, I'll show you the wall thing.
Yeah, brain zaps, head zaps. Yeah.
You've had them before, Justin?
Oh yeah. Actually, I get them even still, like when I'm going to sleep. You know how people feel like they're falling? I get just them like right between sleep and awake.
There you go. Okay.
I get it all over my body. It's like I've been electrocuted.
Yeah, it's like a little zap, like somebody's got a shock collar on you or something.
Mine's not a little zap. Mine's like, it's like they put those two paddles on your chest.
Jesus. Yeah, I would imagine some are more severe than others. Mine are just frequent, and they're just enough to throw me for a loop. And they're no fun. They're definitely, anything out of sorts isn't fun whatsoever. So that's that. So were you glad to get home and see everybody, Justin?
Yes.
Listen, you love to go, but I tell you what, coming home is
a place like home.
Yes.
You ain't kidding.
But I want to listen. Everybody who watched me out there and was able to participate, in my chats and stuff, they loved it. So, I'm hoping that I can do more of that and go out in more locations in the future, because people were eating that up. So, listen, people obviously want to see me get the hell out of the house more often. I just got to remember to take my medications with me from now on. So, listen, I hope we can all meet up again soon.
You know what else? It would be nice to meet up under better circumstances.
Yes,
because it's all just so sad, and it's not a party what people think that it is. For us to share a dinner together.
Marissa, we sat down one time the entire time to have a meal. The rest of the time, it was fast food. We had to just eat, people bringing us food. That's all it was. And it was the day Dolly went to jail.
They worked so hard. They couldn't even sit down. They didn't have time for dinner. How often did we see them sitting down eating? Beyond screaming, I mean, that's pretty much the only things they did. Scream, eat, scream, eat, scream, eat, stand up, sit down, scream, eat. I mean, that's all they did the entire time. I don't understand how Justin is like, oh, we're so exhausted. We did so much. What did you guys walk? A half a mile, half a block? I don't know.
See, I would have suggested, and in fact, I did suggest. I mean, listen, you can't make these people do anything. But I did suggest. I'm like, listen, try to take some time to enjoy the city while you're here, even if it's just a couple hours. Just go like Marissa, go treat yourself to a nice massage at the spa or something. Just do something so that you can refocus and re-energize and just kind of step away from that scene for a hot minute. But
Marissa, you're live with Molly.
She had a mission.
They're saying isn't on sub only.
Yes, you have to decompress. Someone said you got to be able to decompress. And I know for me, that day that I was out there Wednesday, I needed that couple hours. When between the day shift and what I call the night shift, I had to have that couple hours to just regroup and just breathe, and then inevitably go back out there. But it takes a lot out of you. It takes. I don't know how Bullhorn does it. I mean, Jesus to God, the energy that it takes to just be on scene like that day after day after day after day. And then when you were there, I mean, you were there for what, 4 days? I mean, you were really giving it all you had. I was able to go one solid day, and listen, I had my fill. I'm like, oh Jesus.
I know it's a lot.
Again, just reminding you, current time and place. She was there for the children. She was so emotionally exhausted, and it affected her so badly that she just had to go. But now you hear the truth of actually what happened when they came back. Yeah.
It's a lot. And yesterday I was so tired from staying up the night before, and people thought that I was heavily sedated on, I think they thought that I was on a morphine heroin cocktail.
That would be one hell of a cocktail.
Yeah, I don't know. It had to be, because I know I'm supposed to sleep.
I mean, Jesus, and the fact that they think you could still stand after a cocktail like that, Jesus.
And then finding out that Aaron Carter died, and I had an episode, I had a major episode right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a buddy of yours. That wasn't just a life coach patient. I call him a patient. A client. That was a buddy. That was somebody. So I'm sorry that you have that loss, that void of him that you're not going to have anymore. That's got to be a shock to your system. Period.
It was, but right before that, I had an episode in front of my son and my husband, and I had found out that my mom took a turn and she's back in the hospital.
Think about all the things that she has done time and time again, the different things that she's talked about to try and take heat off of. Where's the money, Molly? Where are all these thousands of dollars that you told everybody were going for attorneys and travel expenses for Letitia Bias? Where's the money? Where's the money? You've tried to bring up everything else, your mom, these episodes that you have, all of this other stuff. And as far as the driver's license go, I don't know if she's got a license or not. I don't know why people are driving around. She's drove a few times. She drove him home from the bar the other night. And thank you for joining, Wise Guys. She also drove to her mom's while she was on speakerphone with Justin, which is coming up in the timeline of events.
So I got to wait for my sister to get here.
Now, where's the sister? Did she go home and now she's coming back? Is that what it is?
No, she's home. And the only way that my mom feels comfortable is if she sits on the couch with a pillow between her legs. Okay. My stepfather stayed up the whole night, and when she falls asleep with the pillow, she ends up hitting her head on the coffee table.
Oh, God.
So my stepfather says that he's afraid to wait till the last minute because they're going to take her back to that nearest hospital that is not that good, that they want to take her back to they want to take her to Hackensack Hospital, which is a much bigger teaching hospital. And I'm in no shape to drive right now.
Does mom have a recliner for the house?
I just bought it. She got it 3 days ago.
Good. So you're ahead of me because I think that would really help her.
I bought it. It got there while I was down in Savannah. And she said that she's not ready for it. She said it makes her, she's not very comfortable in it yet.
All right. Well,
she'll learn to love it, honestly.
She'll be able to nap in that. She'll be able to take cat naps. She'll get a lot of different positions in that. She can find a lot of comfort in that chair. So I'm glad you sent it to her so she has it accessible to her when she feels that she wants to utilize it. So good for you. What a good daughter.
She's a very good daughter. She called and ordered trays while we were gone, and
trays.
She had the owner put on her credit card, and that way, anytime they call and they want food, they could just deliver it right to her.
Yeah, I now have a tab at the Italian restaurant with the owner. I said, listen, if my mother or father calls, put a $25 tip, give them anything they want. She can't call.
Can somebody, again, get the little violin out and start playing it? Because this is fucking life, man. I'm sorry for all of you going through it, but this is life. Do you know how many people have loved ones in the hospital? They've lost loved ones. Like, this is, unfortunately, we're all getting to the age, if our parents are still here, we're lucky, right? Unfortunately, you're no different than anybody else, but this is that emotional manipulation to the subs of, oh, poor me, I'm doing so much for all these other people, but I can't even do for myself. Whine, 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 open up the purse strings.
Just bring it to them and just charge me. Their first order was $230. Just their first one. I was like,
Man.
I'm doing God work. Hey, if it was your mother, would you do the same?
Well, yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Listen, give her what she wants, but put a $10 tip. Listen, Charlie. Put a $10 tip. I'm not quite as generous. Can you deliver it for $10? Listen, I just put it out there.
Here's the book.
God, the $25 a pop. They'll be calling her to see if she needs a delivery. Listen, if you need some breadsticks.
Yeah, but it's my mom. She's not going to be here forever.
No.
And if I can do something, I will.
No.
And I have doctor appointments. I have an appointment. I got to be at that neurologist on the 10th. Absolutely must be at the neurologist. There is no skipping this one.
Right.
Otherwise, they said they're going to be done with me.
Yeah, you don't want them to be done with you. You just go and be there.
Well, they sent me a letter. They said that I could find treatment somewhere else.
How is that possible, considering you've been going to the doctor all the time and they've been doing all these tests and you've had all these problems? You've told us all about it, but now they sent you a letter because you've been no-showing for your appointments.
I keep skipping them.
Yeah, they don't have time to play because there's other people that want that slot and want that treatment. That's what it's about. So that's just how it is.
After the 10th, I will take an Uber back. My husband went over there, spent a few hours over there, and he said, I have to say, he goes, it's not looking good with your mom. And I'm like, I know, Adrian. Thank you.
I think your mom's, listen, they've got some treatments now or nothing. I mean, they're so far advanced than they used to be, even just 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Listen, I think your mom is going to be just fine. You just get those feelings, and I think you probably have that same feeling deep down that your mom's going to pull through this just fine. And she's in good hands. You're going to take good care of her. So just be there for her during her treatments the best you can. And you're doing that.
She wants my sister to come back from Florida, but my sister's like, Marissa, they took away all my sick days. They took away my vacation, everything. And I'm like, oh my God. She's like, I need something to keep my place. I'm thinking, oh my God. Excuse me? No, I used to be his life coach a couple of years ago. MGL was Aaron Carter's life coach. Look how he turned out. Coach yourself. It's safer. How about you go fuck yourself?
Yeah. Marissa,
what a disgusting thing to say. It was 2 fucking years ago.
Oops, I forgot she screams again. Sorry. Here she goes. She's alive and kicking.
I have no control over someone that wants to take drugs. Go fuck yourself.
You knew that was coming. I mean, we were all prepared for that.
I wasn't. Who the fuck says something like that?
Haters, absolute haters. And listen, haters are cruel.
What the fuck?
They're absolutely cruel. That's what they do. They sling the most cruel shit they can think of.
Coach yourself.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
Just heartless people.
It's amazing.
They don't even have a fucking heart when somebody dies.
Yeah, and I guarantee you helped him with things during that time period that he needed help with.
And I was very effective. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And life goes on. Life moves on.
Who's gonna tell her? She put that on her resume, like claim to fame. Who's gonna tell her? She said she was very effective. Again, I'm not understanding where she gets this from. She refuses to talk about the reality of he needed professional help.
New problems arise, and furthermore, we have no idea exactly what happened to this young man.
Right.
So to make a statement like that, which I'm telling you, that's not going to be that's not going to be the first or last statement that comes across like that, because you have a lot of haters out there. That's just the way it is.
The way people are
Now,
sensitive.
just remember, listen, people hide their addictions. You do understand that, right? No one is going to come out and tell a therapist or a life coach that they're doing something. The only time they're going to come out and tell somebody is if they're a drug counselor while they're already in, in addiction. It wasn't my place to talk to him about addiction. Mine was to talk about him and his relationship with his brother. And it worked effectively.
What the fuck is a life coach then? You don't talk to your patients, clients about addiction? Your mission was to repair his relationship with his brother. You see how that fucking worked out. Tell us again, like, what is a life coach? What's the definition of her life coaching?
Yeah. So he was compartmentalizing.
Yes, absolutely. We never really talked about drugs. Did we talk about Michael Jackson? Did we talk about the people in Hollywood that may have hurt him as a child? Absolutely. Yes, we did. What's the matter? You couldn't get a rise out of me down in Savannah, so now you think you're going to get it here? Yeah. It sure is easy to act tough when you have a bunch of cameras on you, right? Right? For protection? They're just words. I know exactly what I did for Aaron. And you want to know something? I know all the things that Aaron has told me, and they're not going to leave these lips. And I never turned my back on him. And in the end, he knew that he could count on me.
And sometimes that's the most important and best thing you can do for a friend is, let them know you're there, keep that door open for them, and just learn to step back. You step back, and just keep that door open. And that sometimes a friend, that's all we need from a friend is just to know that that door is there when we need it. We need to walk through it. We need a shoulder. We need someone to talk to, an ear. We need some advice. Listen, Marissa was there for Aaron. And I have no doubt that he knew that. He knew that.
He knew he had to
You
learn
can tell by your interactions. We've all seen, a lot of us have seen the interactions, and that's just not counting the private interactions that you have, of course, but just the ones that the two of you shared publicly. You can see that there was a camaraderie between the two of you. It was genuine. There was a trust there. He had a trust for her. He wasn't like Ryan Upchurch, for example, jumping on any old Joe Blow's panel down here at Ballsack YouTube. He did that because he trusted Marissa. He felt comfortable with Marissa. So, that was a pretty big deal, the regard that he held Marissa in my opinion.
I felt it. Yeah, I felt it. And he stuck up for me as well. He did. He stuck up for me as well.
Yeah. Because you have to think how many people were out to get him. How many people were out to, just drag him over the coals, because people love to kick people when they're down. That's just the reality. That's the world we live in. And, he stumbled in life. He had plenty of stumble points, and people were kicking him all over. Marissa just was one of those people that he knew was there to lift him up and not going to wind up dragging him or abusing him in some way or taking advantage of his friendship or, so listen, I could go on and on, but, it just infused.
Oh God, she had to shut the camera off. She's so emotional with Mallory co-signing all of this bullshit, so emotional. Not saying that she doesn't have feelings at all, but she turns the tears on for money.
Infuriates me when haters like that, they just have no control. They have no decency whatsoever. Well, I just woke up. Let's see. Hello, Snosberry. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. I've been reading some of your comments out there, people, and thank you very much for the support. I appreciate it. Oh, goodness gracious. No, Marissa didn't judge him at all. So there's that. And, when you're somebody with celebrity attached to you, it's got to be very difficult to find people who aren't there for the wrong purposes or who aren't there to attach themselves like a barnacle to your backside and just weigh you down and become entirely self-serving off your back. It's got to be difficult. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you. But anyway, overall, are you feeling okay, Marissa? I know you got a lot on your shoulders, but this is probably what you needed to come on here and just kind of get away from, just get away for a hot minute and just talk to your supporters. And that's what I'm thinking. Are you there, Marissa?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Just
checking.
She's just so overcome with emotion that she can't even speak. Silence. It's like, oh.
It wasn't all happening at once.
I'm sorry, Marissa. People are very cruel.
All happening at once.
It is a lot at one time.
Yes, Mallory said, thank you, Snosberry. Snosberry and Amber came from this crew. At that time, they were still pretty heavy supporters over there hanging out. In fact, some of that is mixed in the upcoming pieces, and you'll see kind of how that goes just because she mixes everything together. So that name will come up in future stuff. But yeah, that was all her crew. That's all her crew.
Thank you, prank caller. Thank you.
I have to say, I am shocked at the timing of his passing. Just very shocked that it was yesterday.
And just like a baby in comparison to me. I mean, Jesus, 34 years old. 34, you're practically just getting started because you graduated out of your awkward 20s. You know, you're just trying to get a bearing in life for the most part. You're settling into kind of who you are as a person. And listen, it's incredibly unfortunate. Poor fella.
Yes, for those of you that are just coming in, this is we're doing a timeline of events of how they screwed up so many stories at one time, but mainly what they did with distractions to kind of muddy up the Marvon story, because that's a major situation that they have really lied and misled people on. So we're doing a timeline in clips, and this is back in November, but we are working it to current day because this has all just been a distraction.
And I read that I didn't realize he had a child. I read on somewhere that he had
Got a baby, a newborn baby.
He's got a child, and I'm like, oh Jesus, the goodness.
The mother, the grandmother's taking care of the baby, from what I know. Melanie's mother is taking care of the baby. He was very split. He was very confused about the relationship with this girl Melanie. Very. And I always used to tell him, you need a girl that is more homely, caring, not a girl that's, working in the nightclub industry and, cares more about, bartending and lingerie and Instagram modeling, and her priorities were just, and they never got along. They could not get along. And I kept telling him, I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't think that you should do that. I said, she's taking you into a dangerous path.
Yeah, he probably needed somebody to help keep him more grounded.
And that was me. And he knew it. But
Someone to keep him calm.
And I did that. And when she talked him into sitting on a bed playing a guitar naked for tips, I told him, this is wrong, Aaron. This is wrong. Don't do this. You were never into this bullshit before. Now now you're going to take all those years. You've been working 30.
That all was before my time, so I can't really comment on the Erin piece of this and what she's saying is fact and stuff like that. But there's OGs in the comment section that will definitely tell you their opinions on what happened.
30 years in the music industry, now you're going to flush it down the fucking toilet. Ever since you've been around this girl, there's been nothing but bad. And I was fucking right.
Yeah. Those are how short-term goals get accomplished, not long-term goals.
Could have taken him.
And no, instead they took Brian's little cowboy son, who was like 12. I didn't know who he was. I'm like, who the fuck is this kid? They're like, oh, that's Brian's son. I'm like, who's Brian? Oh yeah, the other Backstreet Boy. Okay, whatever. And yeah, I guess I don't make those decisions. And the pettiness that they fought over was just, they were fighting over Beanie Babies. They were fighting over fucking Ouija boards. Michael Jackson. Yes, Ouija boards. He's like, tell Nick, where's that fucking Ouija board? I'm like, what? And I said, hey, what about the Ouija board? Fuck him, blah, blah, blah. Where's the Michael Jackson jacket? Oh, the mafia guy, Dominic, or some guy's got it. He's holding it for ransom or else someone's going to get killed.
What the hell?
And then Aaron would take me around the house and say, look at this. Tell Nick, see, I got all the Beanie Babies in its original form. See, it's still got the tag. Tell him this, tell him this. Well, these superfluous things that meant nothing. It was a little too much information that I didn't give a fuck about. But I was interested in that Ouija board. But Nick has the Ouija board. But Aaron's got the Beanie Babies. And some mafia guys got the Michael Jackson jacket. And they could get it back for $5,000. Michael Jackson.
So she was his life coach, but she's telling all sorts of personal business. Isn't there some sort of confidentiality stuff?
Gave Aaron Carter a white diamonds, some shit. I don't know if it's diamonds or Swarovski crystals, a jacket, and some guy.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be diamonds.
I don't think so. Is holding it for fucking ransom. I said, how does that even happen? How does that happen? I said, I go like this. I'm not sure I should know all of this. I got enough people looking out my fucking back window.
Forgotten says let him rest in peace. Here's the thing: when people pass away, especially of that magnitude, and people with celebrity attached to them, and people who are actually celebrity, listen, trading stories and remembering them, and talking, it's going to happen. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with his peaceful eternal rest.
He's got that little pug there
Yeah.
at the house. His mom breeds pugs.
Oh, really?
See if the mother's gonna say something. That mother's a bit problematic. The mother's a big deal. But if you heard the horror stories that came out of that house.
Trigger warning. Again, this video has been taken down, but pay attention to what she says about their childhood, about the mom. There's a reason why this video was taken down, I'm assuming. That's why we're putting it back up. And Kiki is saying hi. If you haven't noticed, he is deciding that he needs held right now.
That's bad. Even when I was around with the Backstreet Boys, like Nick had like these crazy marks on him and stuff like that. I'm like, what the hell happened to your ass? What is that? It's like, I got it at a paintball. I'm like, that was like a belt mark. I remember a story. I don't want to talk about Nick. But it's crazy the way Aaron would bring up the same fucking stories. And Aaron was so mad at his brother. So mad. So mad at each other. And it was the outside influences that were magnifying it and trying to pull them apart every time that they got close. But little did people know, and only I knew this, because I was like sworn to secrecy. At that time, they were still emailing each other because there was a no contact rule placed in order by the court. They were still contacting each other. And they knew people around them were trying to keep them apart.
Sad.
And he would read them to me. He'd be like, look, my brother just sent. And I'm like, I listen, I never repeated it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it sounds like they had a lot to overcome throughout their whole life because it was just residual conflicts and residual feelings from everything that happened previously, from all the hurt and all the toxicity.
Definitely.
Okay, my loves, I'm gonna step down because me and my mom are gonna go do a little something today. I'm gonna take her out we're gonna go have probably an early dinner somewhere. And, I'm going to get myself a new Keurig. I've got
They're on sale at Walmart right now.
well, one of my people sent me a $50 gift card for Kohl's, and Kohl's is having a 3-day sale. So there's a Keurig out there that's regularly $150 or $160 on sale for $100. So I'm gonna go snag that. And it's got about 20 more ounces in the reservoir than mine does. Because I got the basic small counter, just a compact size Keurig, but the reservoir just isn't deep enough because I'm having to fill it too often because I use a bigger mug. Anyway, I'm gonna go see if I can snag that new Keurig and then use that $50 Kohl's card, and then it's only gonna cost. And who knows, they might have a coupon there because a lot of times Kohl's has coupons available. So who knows? We'll see what kind of deal I can get on it. So
Hold on, let me see.
That's PayPal Mal saying, hey, send me money. Send me money.
What's going on? Hold on, Aaron, let me look at my inbox. How do you see your inbox, Aaron? I love him too. I don't know at this point. He says, I just got to move swiftly and just keep my circle very, very tight, is what he said on September 28th.
I remember.
okay, my loves, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Again, it was so good seeing you all in person. And listen, honestly, my favorite moment of the whole was when we were all up in your little apartment / hotel and just had that few moments together. Listen, I'll cherish that for forever. That was, and we have it on video. We have it on video forever. And listen, so a lot of people enjoyed that moment with us. So
yeah.
All right. I'll see you on the dance floor, so to speak.
He gave me his new number.
Bye.
Bye.
I didn't even see it. He gave me his new number. I never even saw it. Hold on, let me see if I have his number.
Who remembers when she said that she talked to him just before this happened, though? Like, make it make sense, Molly. Which story is it? Yeah, there is a lot of stuff she says coming up too about this situation, but she tried to get this going, and then somebody reached out from somebody's team, it sounds like, and she removed a lot of these. Well, I wonder why. You're claiming that there's abuse, like you're saying a whole lot, and you were a paid life coach?
Oh, I already had it. All right. I had it in my phone. He said to call him. I never called him.
Oh, by the way, I have been seeing a lot of comments about that insanely difficult channel to watch that Molly did an interview with. That was a paid interview. They paid Molly to come on and do that interview. Yes, I do know it happened. I've known about that channel for a long time. They linked up with some other people from Facebook who have spread nothing but misinformation and tried to paint many narratives that somehow I set up these people or had something to do with it. They hang out with really extreme people, but they paid Molly to come on. They paid for that shit. They paid for that shit. And it was horrible. I've only seen clips so far, and it's cringeworthy to say the best.
That's sad. Look. I don't want to dox his number though. Look. He says, call. Fuck. Oh shit. There's no way to do it. He just says, call me.
Just screenshot.
I never fucking saw it. No. It moved. It moved. It's all right. It moved. It's all right.
Gone way too soon.
Well, okay. So this one, I do have an update on Dre McCray.
Oh,
Again, interesting how all of these mix up, but pay quick attention to this. All of my friends paying attention, watch your screens, because she's about to do something that she wishes that we would forget about. I'm sure she absolutely wishes this would disappear. Nope, not gonna happen. Her name is Vada. She's please beware. That's we can review it at some point in time, but it's really not worth. Yeah. Yes, that's the girl from last night. Yeah, they tried to promote it the other day in here, that person that I blocked, and the only reason why I blocked that person is because they were lying about me, saying I started a Cash App for the lady at Ashley Furniture. That's what they're doing. This is the lies that they're taking and doing stuff with. Yes.
I got a video that was filmed yesterday. Vinnie Politan. What? I thought he was turning it around. FENT. Oh my God, no, I don't think so. So I got a video of, I looked at the video. It's outside of Dre McCray's house. Here it is. It says they definitely weren't there when she went by a half hour ago. So it says the date, and this is the video. Okay.
Oh, wait, I didn't think there was video footage of Molly having somebody outside her house taking videos. This wasn't the first one either. This is in November. This is after Molly came back from Georgia when they started the whole death hoax situation and announced that he passed away based on lies. Now watch. She's going to confirm to you everything she's told you she's done all along.
That's outside of Dre McCray's. There's no camper as of yesterday.
I know it's not the best quality photo here because it's picture in picture in picture, but there you go, friends. That is definitely outside her house, and it is date stamped too on the video. Yeah, that's pretty sad when you have people going and videoing and sending you videos of where Dre's at in November.
Yesterday. It's just a house with a black sedan and a black truck. There's a little picnic table. Is that what a double wide is? What's very depressing is the cinder blocks. It was taken on the 5th. So as of right now.
Now, for those of you guys that haven't followed this story closely and don't know, Marvon's birthday is November 5th. Even though he does not celebrate birthdays, that is not part of what their lifestyle was. Still, she had this video taken and sent to her on his birthday. Think about that for a minute. Remember the weeks before they talked about how they were going to go have this big birthday celebration in Georgia with his family, the people that love and care about him so much. Meanwhile, Molly's having people go and videotape outside Dre's home on his birthday. Yeah.
She probably has the RV at her mother's. Wait, I thought the mother lives in Tucson.
yes.
Okay, well then she's not in. Oh, I feel that he's gone as well.
Yeah. Well, when he coded twice.
I do believe personally, it's not my place to say that he is gone.
Okay, remember, this is after they already announced that he passed away. They had already announced that he passed away at this point in time to their audience. Okay, so now they're saying that when they first told us, they were saying, you know, nobody could get any information. Now Justin's saying that they know he coded a while back. How would they have had that information when they couldn't get any information? Nobody was talking. So how does that make sense? Either they have the information and they've been getting information all along, or they weren't. So what are they lying about here? I mean, all of it.
That's where she's had it. Maybe she sold it. That's a sign that said no loitering between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. They should be able to be there from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I don't know. I'm in Tucson. Telling you now. Well, I didn't ask you to go do that, Stones Gator. I didn't ask you.
And if you remember back, this is why I blocked Stone Gator from my chat, because she volunteered and said, I'm in Tucson. And I was like, you dirty assholes that even think that this is acceptable to go and try to track down. I mean, I don't know if she ever sent anything. I don't give a shit. Even volunteering or saying that to Molly at this point in time in November, when nothing in the story had changed at all. That's why that one got blocked. And I'm sure there's alts too, but that's what pissed me off there.
You to go do that. Do you have my email? Do you have my cell phone? I didn't ask you to go do that. See, this is the public offering up that's following the case. So you can't call the police on me now. I have it recorded. Can't call the police on me. Sorry.
Too late, dumbass. You had video and people watching her way before Stone Gator came in your chat and volunteered to do anything. You already walked yourself in that and showed it previously to, and then you say, do you have my cell phone? Do you have my email? Come on. Look at this.
That's great that these modular homes are really nice inside, but I think that it's very depressing to have cinder blocks around your house. Gator is Michelle's mom.
Why is that depressing?
What?
Why is that depressing?
Cinder blocks?
Yeah.
I think of jail. Every time I see a cinder block, I think of jail.
Why?
I don't know why. My mind goes to jail. Do not trust Stone Gator. Oh, she's a Michelle minion. What the fuck is wrong with you? I just have to ask. No, I'm not. Michelle MS light on me bad. So is that what we do? Just because? So I don't do hate bonding. I never have. I never kind of will. And by the way, when I tell you to suck a big black dick, it's
doesn't do hate bonding, but if you want to talk shit about nonsense and pay Molly to do an interview about lies, she'll do it. But it's not about hate bonding. You just got to pay her for all of her lies to spew on your channel. That's the way to grow.
Because big black dicks are the biggest. Yeah, I'm okay. Oh my God, the housekeeper goes, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. This is the shit show that is my life. Stone Gator is definitely a Michelle hater. Yeah, I can't believe that you guys find it odd that every time I see cinder blocks, I think of prison.
Well, every house is on blocks.
My house is on cinder blocks?
Yeah.
But I can't see them. I can't see them. You know what else I find very when I see bars on someone's house, on their windows, I think it's prison.
Yeah, I wouldn't want doors on my house. Like
but some people have no choice.
Yeah.
They don't want someone creeping in middle of the night.
Oh, you know what else I found? I found the video of her knocking on her own window and running around. I found that too when I was looking for this. It's going to be a wonderful couple of weeks over here because I found all sorts of stuff for us.
Michelle booted you? Wow, you have to be a real fucking...
No, Michelle boots everybody that's a decent person.
This is... Fuck you, Justin. Don't tell me about my fucking stuff and who can have... I really can't, Justin. I tell Walter on you. Walter! 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 Your wife's acting up again. She's playing with Justin. Justin's vaping. What has he got in there? Not a crack, dude. I'm all about the crack. Amber has a restraining order against her. Who Amber alert?
Amber Jen.
This is crack horse. Look, now the housekeeper's checking up on me. Are you all right? Holy shit. And I'll tell you something. Listen, I can run my own channel on my own. I don't need other people. I don't need other people's names. I don't. I can actually sit here and just, oh, look at this. She became a new member. See? You're earning my respect already, Stone Gator.
Yay.
Something I never point out, hardly ever, but there's times when I just have to point it out because I know Molly and her minions are in here lurking. Molly, I have 4,500 followers, subs, whatever you guys call them over here. You have over 80,000. You just celebrated your 80,000 with 80 questions, so on and so forth. You had 400 people in that live, and you have Justin on panel. You two combined, huge numbers compared to me. I have 322 in my chat right now. You had 400. And I'm carrying this, ripping your guys' asses based on your own fucking words by myself. I bet that's really a hard one for you to swallow, huh? That there's this many people that dislike you, and it's a realization of most of those people, probably 323 of them were sitting in your chat because they despise you and they know you're going to fuck up. And one of these days, your ass is going to take your own self down. I mean, that's what's happening now. But just a little reminder from your little junkie channel over here, aka Becky.
You forked over that $4, and I thank you for that. What are you doing there, Puggy? Oh, Violet, you're so cute and trained. You earn my respect. Well, you don't have to earn my respect. I'm not one of those people who say you have to earn my respect. You automatically get my respect and then have it taken away when you do something fucked up. But you have to earn my trust. And that's, do I trust Justin 100%? No, I don't. Now, he's going to want to punch me in the face for saying that. I know you do. I know. Not 100%. Do you trust me 100%?
Yes.
Well, I don't.
I wouldn't sleep. I wouldn't sleep with you. I wouldn't sleep in the same place with you if I didn't trust you.
Well, I trust you, but not 100%. Look at how many people have rolled on me.
What do you mean by trust? What's your definition of trust then?
And this is when the shade starts to be thrown in November. So they had already had problems. There was this whole announcement of him passing. We knew Letitia wasn't speaking to Molly anymore. Justin still acted like he was still in contact. Wynette had separated to only speaking to Molly. So Molly now, she realizes sooner or later, her and Justin are not going to be in the same vicinity. This was all brewing back in November, and this was the first real big shade that she threw at him publicly. And I was here for it, I have to say, because his little feelers got hurt that she don't trust him. She don't trust herself. Can you imagine? And Justin, Spanky, you trust this one? You're dumb and you're lying again. You're a terrible liar. Nobody trusts her. Her own husband doesn't trust her.
My definition of trust is that you're not going to be a fucking douchebag and sell me out for fucking $20.
Well, have I ever sold you out?
I got a question for those of you that know the details. How much did they pay her for her interview? Sell her out for $20? Who sold her out for $20? I was doing it for free. Think about that, Molly. I did this shit for free. Because it's not about you, you dumb ass. It's about the victims and what you continually do to the victims in these stories and create cases out of tragedies. I'll rip you to shreds for free because you do it yourself. I mean, sell you out for $20. Come on. No. What is happening?
Not yet, but they all said that they would never sell me out.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch. $20.
$125. That's what they paid her. Oh God, Lord bless it. I'm so embarrassed for them. So embarrassed. Bridget owes me an honor dragging. I've asked Bridget to do me the honors of dragging me, and I'll just crawl under my desk and laugh the entire time because that would be great. But I don't ever want to do it badly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now these motherfuckers on YouTube, they lost so many subs. Now they got to buy them because they're so embarrassed to face the facts that they're losing subs that they now have to buy them. That's pathetic.
Yeah.
They're losing so many subs that now they have to buy them. You do nothing but hurt your channel when you buy subs. Just an FYI.
Speaking from experience, I'm assuming.
Shit, I lost a couple of subs when I said, remember when the Queen died? And they're like, Mole, the Queen died. And I said, and? Do you expect me to give a fuck? Ask the monarchy. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck. Listen, do you think that I feel bad for everyone in the world that fucking dies? Yes, it's tragic, but for her, she lived to see 177 in the lap of luxury and did nothing fucking for it. What's her biggest hardship? Oh, I've got a blister on my foot, see? That's her biggest hardship in life. I got a blister on my foot, see? Fuck you. It makes you actually wonder what goes through her mind on a daily fucking basis. Get the fuck out of here. I don't trust those people. She's done nothing to earn her fucking place in life. Living off the taxpayers of fucking England. Born into royalty. Get the fuck out of here.
This is Molly showing her jealous side and, you know, wishes she was born into royalty.
Exactly. Absolutely. Midnight Nurse Carla. Oh, look, she looks like that. Now that looks like a real nurse. That I will not argue. Midnight Nurse Carla. Justin, you have Marissa's love and loyalty. Sometimes that's more important than trust.
True.
You know that people are so, oh my, I thought somebody came in with a gun.
No, I almost knocked something over my foot.
It looked a little more dramatic than that. It looked like a mafia boss just came in with a freaking
I thought it was going to fall.
a bazooka. It did. Oh my God. I'm morphing into Michelle again. Oh my God. Justin, what happened?
Hold on, I got to turn back.
Walter, what's up? Agent Walter. Yeah. Is that a fact? Molly Golightly, MS screwed up and called Jake by his real name, Rudy. So call the dog Rudy, not Jake. She will get pissed. It's the one that was sitting in horse manure. And Justin had to tell them, you know, you're sitting in horse shit, right? And she had shorts on her legs. She had cow shit all over her legs. Something that would make me go buck wild and lose it. And lose my mind. I would start crying. I would beg for a shower, beg on my hands and knees.
Y'all know why I'm getting so much enjoyment out of this, right? As the daughter of a farmer's daughter, I've been in more shit than I just can't. She's like, I would beg, and she has no idea what shoveling shit's really like. She shovels a lot of shit that comes out of her mouth, and she shovels shit into her mouth. But cow shit, she's like, oh my God. You know what people call the smell of manure? The smell of money. That's what, well, anymore, it's the smell of freaking, upside down, poor farmers. But that's actual work.
And burn my clothes. She's totally okay with. And this is a female.
It's true.
Could it be they were pitching Michelle to go to Georgia? She lives in Georgia. No, Georgia, she said she wanted to go in the beginning. They would have gotten so much better stuff had they sent Michelle. You know that, right? See, they don't think, they're not very smart, these people. And everything I told Betty and them to do, and they did it. I told you, I said, you got to be a couple steps ahead of it. I go, I said, Betty, bring your brain. I go, forget about for a second about the, now Betty's all about the laws and, you know, the Constitution. And she's talking all about that and our rights. Here I am thinking about the crackheads.
Betty's talking about the Constitution and the laws, and Molly's trying to figure out why her jaw's across the street and won't come back to her. Sorry, I just gotta say it.
When you're dealing with crackheads like that, and this Billy Joel person, I'm trying to think of what it must be like to be an ultimate crackhead, to have nothing to lose, to be a toothless wonder junkie, like completely. How do people like that think? Well, if I had absolutely nothing to lose and I wasn't afraid of dirt and diseases and didn't care anything about hygiene or had no couth, what would I do?
Well, besides the toothless part, you got everything else nailed. So tell us what you'll do. Oh, look at 333. I tell you guys, that is my number. I don't know what the hell it is. 333-18. I don't know.
Right? Now you got the Crypt Keeper up in Canada putting out Billy Joel's, I guess, text messages. Who knows if they were planned? But this is the thing. I don't care if the bitch mother Leilani is inside or not. I don't know why she felt the need to play a game. Oh, Leilani's at rehab. I don't care where the fuck she is. She could be hiding in a gas station. I don't care where she is. My point, and the reason I was brought down there was to start yelling. And the only thing I could think of that I thought was going to be most effective, and it worked, because it pissed Billy Joel off.
I was brought down there. Did you guys hear that? I was brought down there for the yelling. I mean, we all know that because they said that. But yeah.
It worked. Was to actually stand there and tell every fucking person, hey, do you know who lives here? The baby killer.
They were like, what?
Wait a second. Nobody ever thought of that for that whole month. Ba-da-da-da-da. And it worked. She went buck wild when I was doing that. So as we're leaving, okay, I want you guys to take a look at the video. In the beginning of the video that I call, I'm sorry, buddy, right? It was the last video that I took really in that area. Look at the beginning. An African-American woman pulls up in a truck. She opens up her door and says, hey, where's the memorial? I go, and then I think it was Bullhorn Betty. It's a black lady. Bullhorn Betty goes, the grandmother took it down. The black lady, you don't.
Again, you are allowed to make your own opinions, but there's absolutely no reason to classify the woman based on her skin color at all. But you notice why they do it.
See her, but you hear her. I looked at her. The camera didn't see her, but she goes, that fucking bitch, like that, really loud. I was dying. Yes, the dirty old man. Was the dirty old man neighbor a double secret agent? No. You're talking about Mr. White, the one that kept going like this to me? That was real. Justin, did you see him go like this to me? How many times did he do it?
Every time he saw you? Uncountable?
Yeah. But then the last day, he starts yelling at me. So we believe that Betty Joel went over there, and we do. We believe that. Because he changed his tune.
So originally the old man across the street was trying to get her to flash them, and then he decided he didn't like them. I mean, you can go watch those clips. They're out there. But everything's about her.
You do know that we can go back, right?
Of course we can go back.
Can I show you how nice? I should show you how nice the cops were. I'm going to upload it right now. Oh, man. Let's see if I put up the right video.
Coordinates is action.
It's kind of offensive to say you're just a beat cop. Like they're not detectives. And they weren't detectives. You guys, you got to start sending me a little card. Her name was Yvonne that sent the gift. Oh my God, I've never been so tired in my life. Why am I singing like I'm in the church choir? Justin, anybody ever tell you look like you go to the church a lot?
I look like I go to where?
You look like you go to the church a lot.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
We never got to wear our costumes.
I know. We gotta do it.
Now tell me who's the clowns. They took costumes with them. They were going to take and wear costumes.
You know what's funny? And ironically, if we were to show up at Billy Joel's house in a nun's uniform or a nun costume and a priest costume, we would get slammed for that, wouldn't we?
You would get slammed either way, Marissa. So.
Yes, but if someone comes in a clown uniform or a whatever that nasty bitch was pulling, what was it? The Lomi thing, tranquilizer test. I don't know what the hell she was. I don't know what the hell she was. She's a low life. Boy, is her record plentiful. What are you doing, Violet? You on TV?
Oh, you're so cute, Violet. I thank you so much. My baby.
Yo. No, you know what? Just leave the sheets.
Maybe
Are
sooner.
those look dirty? Laundry room, yeah. Is Molly back home or is she still here in Georgia? This is my living room. One of my living rooms. I have another one of them. One of them? Yeah, he's the guy cleaning it. He's like, it's one of them. That rug has to be vacuumed. I ordered one. I don't know why the fuck it hasn't. You got to see the trees in Hershey. They're beautiful. There's a connection somewhere. Absolutely.
I'm going to mail it to you.
No, not the Lululemon, but the Union Jack hat.
What's that?
The hat with the British flag on it.
Isn't that the one I got?
No, you have the stupid Lululemon hat.
Oh. I got to jump off. I'm going to go.
All right.
Love.
Does she actually have a husband? There is a connection somewhere. Absolutely. Billy Joe was scared of me. Why'd she keep running away? Oh, what would I have done differently? I probably would have broke the phentermine in half.
She was going to do anything differently during her Georgia trip, it would have been to break the phentermine in half. That's what she would have done differently. Got it.
What happens with the fan that drove to see you there, MGL? She ended up being out in the sun all day the next day by herself with the other crackhead, and they ended up getting 0 footage, which means a win for us, while we did other more important things for the baby. I do believe that a huge lawsuit is coming towards that county. Did you bring your big cup home? It was very nice to meet Moynette and Mr. Marvin. I was glad to let him speak to the camera. Yes, I'm in Pennsylvania. So it turns out, you guys, that it's interesting. Somebody actually posted it. But the first, they're saying it's KJ and her little people. And I think you guys know who that is. They're saying that KJ and company allegedly had paid a website in Nigeria.
All right, friends, those of you that don't understand why I just turned my camera on, she was still trying to tell people that I was associated with KJ, affiliated with KJ something. At this point in time, I was using my own voice. This was before I was doxxed. But that was me and other people that she's referring to. That is who she's trying to tell you that paid for this website, and it's not out of Nigeria. It's out of South Africa, but she doesn't care about facts.
To put out a false link about Marvin. And they had it linked to location, Pennsylvania. Yes, to make it.
Again, this is ridiculous, but you can go on Facebook and you can look up the website SNBC 13, and they have on their form, it says Pennsylvania. And then there are stories from Pennsylvania that linked back, but they just put out a bunch of misinformation. It's not a legit website to begin with.
Look like I put it out. Just so you know. And it's funny because someone made a comment about it and I saw it and I thought about it after. So yeah, they're trying to, yes.
She's acting like she's reading. Of course. You know how it goes. You can hear her heavy breathing because she's trying to process.
So that it will look how ridiculous it is. Yeah, no, it's yeah, you can go to these websites and make a fake. Yeah, you can make a fake thing, and then the origin they can
Now, this is interesting because I don't know how she would know this.
put what you want it to be, and then they put Pennsylvania so that it will look. Oh yeah, someone's trying to sue me. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. The police chief put up a sign for her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, see that right there shows a lot. Things like that. When every time Billy Joel opens her mouth, it actually helps out Betty and Jonathan Lee Richards and everyone who's involved in making that lawsuit against that county bigger. And they're making a documentary on it too. Something along the way happened, and it has to do with that Fry guy. And I never saw that video, nor did I see the video of Dolly. But they did something very, very illegal. Two things very illegal, that police department. They committed perjury. Doing. So scrolling myself and found this. I hope it all comes back. Oh, they're going back down there. They're going back down there. No, I haven't checked my emails. You hate cleaning my house, don't you? Yeah. Bubba? I don't think I got enough rest. I can't read your email right now, Amanda. Can they come clean your house? I don't have time to clean my own house. Why do you think I have to hire a freaking assistant? Why do you think I have to have people here to do stuff? I can't do it all on my own.
Just curious, has anybody seen the documentary come out yet that they were making, and or these court documents of what the police department did illegally in this perjury stuff? Anybody seen all this?
I would have went to my son's in fact, I made it. I strategically made my flight to come home first so I could go to my son's game yesterday, which he did win, thank God. And then go see my mother. I was way too tired. If you already sent it to them, then they'll get it. You got to give these people enough. You got to give in air to breathe. They've been out in the sun for days. I was out in the sun for days. Remember, I was on an all juice diet for a couple of weeks. I had seen no sun. I had no exercise, and I did not think I would have the energy. That's why I took the diet pill to begin with, for energy. And it gave me a little bit of too much energy. And then yesterday,
Oh man, she barely made it walking that half block out in that sun in November in Georgia.
it was like the computer just shut down. Boom. And now it's like, you need a new computer. I slept for 24 hours.
And another thing that's really interesting, she said an all juice diet, but how many times did we see her eating in Georgia? I mean, that's all she did was eat, yell, eat, yell.
And to be quite honest, I am not going to keep going after this bullshit with this story, because I already know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a very corrupt system in that county, and I'm not dealing with it. And to be quite honest with you, you should be very happy that Bullhorn Betty's on it.
Think about the current situation. Memphis PD, what just happened to Tyree Nichols? Where did Mallory intentionally go? Where did Mallory link up with right before this? Think about it. Corrupt system, lawsuits, drama, social media attention. Think about all of it. This plays, I know this is back in November, but it plays into what's currently happening.
And I don't think anybody should be jealous of her because she's getting subs and views and people want to just fuck with her because of it. Just remember, a little baby is dead. A little baby's dead. What if it was your baby? Imagine if you lived on the same street as a baby killer and the police aren't arresting them. You don't think that the neighbors have something to bitch about? How would you feel if you had people coming from other states telling you, hey, did you not know that your police chief, that this whole county is so messed up that they're not even arresting someone that killed a 20-month-old baby? And what's most disgusting are the people that are encouraging it. I know a lot of you guys are unsubbing these channels, and I don't blame you, because you are nothing. In my opinion, they are all hypocrites. They're all hypocrites. They all say they stand for something. They stand for nothing. And it's just like I said, even if you put a suitcase in front of me for $1 million to stand with the killer over a baby, I would say, fuck you. Fuck you. I will never.
All right. In the chat, time to pull the chat. I want to see a number one if you think Molly would take the $1 million and stand next to a killer, or number two, would Molly walk away in support of the victim? Number one, she takes the money. Number two, she walks away. I'm number one all day over here. That bitch, she's nothing but dollar signs. That's what motivates everything. That motivates why her feet hit the floor each day. That's the only thing, in my opinion, but you're entitled to your own opinions. Well, that's an awful lot of ones coming in. That was pretty significantly fast, too. And yes, whoever asked if I had horses growing up, yes, I did. I actually grew up on when my parents divorced, my mom remarried, and he managed a thoroughbred race ranch. That's another story for another day. Oh, there's an overwhelming amount of ones. Okay.
Ever be on the side of the bad guys, ever. And all of you that are trying to make it out as if that family, that crackhead family, are the victims, shame on you. There's only one victim here. The victim is Quentin. I'm going to say it again. The victim is Quentin, no one else.
Again, you're entitled to your own opinions, but I have to say something here because I don't give a shit what you've done in your life, right? We're supposed to overlook the people's past. We're supposed to overlook Letitia's past, Marvon Sr.'s past, all of their past, right? In the current climate, we're still supposed to overlook all of that, not take it into consideration. But that's what you are judging Billy Joel on, is her past, not who she is today. And again, you can have your own opinions, but it's convenient how this fits when it's necessary for them to make a statement. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. It's back and forth, it just depends on who it is. We're not supposed to look in people's past. We're supposed to give everybody fair opportunities. The past doesn't matter. People change, if it's something that they're defending at the time. But if it's something that they're against, they're going to use it against you. It's, hypocrites.
All you people that turn their back on an innocent baby instead of using your platform to say, you know what? Betty's doing the right thing and she's going the extra mile, but because you don't like her, because she's got more subs than you and she's getting more views than you, oh, I don't agree with the way she's doing things. Fuck you. Funny how you all want to open your fucking mouths when people are actually doing something. You don't like it. That we're giving our audiences the real fucking deal. No, you guys stream us, right? It just shows what a fucking hypocrite you are. You want to be down here, but you're afraid to come down here, or you're too fucking lazy. Let's stream them and criticize what they're doing wrong. Yeah, bitch, if you had some balls, you get off your fucking ass and you'd be down here. Come on down here and tell us what you really fucking think. If not, then shut the fuck up and stop being a fucking follower. You're streaming us. Get the fuck out of here. What kind of pussy are you?
I didn't stream her while she was down there. I never stream her when she's actually live, but other people were, which is totally fine. If you don't want people to see your bad behavior, then why are you doing it? Why are you so offended? You want your name out there. You say haters make you famous, right? Make it make sense, Molly.
Enough. Oh, let's stream them. Tell them how horrible they are. Yeah? I don't see you telling this girl and her grandmother how horrible they are. It's because why? Why? Because the baby doesn't matter, right? It's because the actual victim does not matter. You might as well just kill your own kid. Why don't you take your hands and wrap them around your youngest? Squeeze the hell out.
Trigger warning. Sorry, I forgot this is in here too. Trigger warning. Little Minx, I'm with you. This is painful. All right. Everybody, I'm giving people time to exit if they want. Yeah, I forgot about this. Sorry. All right, we're going to continue on. Hopefully everybody that needs to exit has done so.
As well. By the way, why is Summer Wells' life more important than Quentin's? Why is Gabby Petito's life more important than this little boy? Why is Jean-Benet Ramsey more important than this little boy? I can go on and on. Who picks and chooses what life is more important than the other? You're picking and choosing because you are jealous, because you are envious, and because you are, in fact, a pussy. What is this nonsense? Then quit destroying jury pools and surveillance. Excuse me, who destroyed surveillance? You must be kidding me. You are too ignorant to even be here. You can't be here, honey. You are too dumb to even be on my level. Get the fuck out of here. If you're too dumb, I'm going to kick you out. Remember, just remember, many lawyers, many content creators that have law degrees, Vinnie Politan, Nancy Grace, have said many times that the YouTubers, we don't have anything that will help taint a jury pool. Okay? Nothing. Sit the fuck down. And until you have a real fucking question, then you may speak. Oh, you're taking the jury pool. Oh, yeah. Why? Because everyone in Savannah is watching me. Guess what? A lot of people in Savannah don't even know who the hell Quentin Simon is. They have no idea. Guess what? In Yuma, Arizona, a lot, even though as small it is, they don't know who the hell Dre McCray or Marvon McCray is, just so you know.
Think about what she just said. Think about what they've been telling you all along. Justin also told you that a legit media site had posted this, and she's telling you the truth. They don't know because this is not a true crime case. This was never a case. This was a man's tragedy. Unfortunately, we lose 22 service members a day.
It's not because they don't want to know. They don't know because they just don't have time to watch the news, because they're too busy busting their backs trying to make $1 to feed their kids, to pay their bills. Yeah, them, their fake outrage. Yeah, let's just stream. Let's just stream Bullhorn Betty. Let's just stream Justin and Marissa. Let's just stream them. Give me a break. I have no respect for them. None. Make everybody ill. You have no backbone. He's just a follower. And guess what? You want to know something? If I wasn't down there, do you think that I'd be sitting there criticizing Bullhorn Betty? Hell no. Hell fucking no. Because you want to know something? I'm not a baby killer. And one thing that I don't like is baby killers. And I applaud anybody that's on my side that doesn't like baby killers. I applaud anybody that's willing to stand there in the heat, to bring justice for a little baby and expose corrupt law enforcement.
They exposed corrupt law enforcement. You know, law enforcement that did their jobs without these guys' help. Law enforcement that put Leilani Simon in jail. Law enforcement that did have to work around all of the bullshit that these guys put them through on top of trying to solve this case and get to the bottom of it.
What are they accomplishing? A lot more than you're accomplishing with your stupid comments. Oh, yeah, everything's yesterday's news. Everything's hot on the trail. Boom, next. I don't respect everyone. Everyone says, oh, Marissa, there's all those reporters. Go talk to them. Go talk to them. No. But why? I don't like the mainstream media. They don't report the truth. They don't like YouTubers because we are truthful. We are a threat to them. You want a male housekeeper? He comes with his girlfriend a lot of the times. Don't worry. When they were arresting Dolly, I was giving it to him. I cursed him out. Poor kid. Poor kid was just a camera guy. He wasn't even a reporter. And then for that asshole to send the reporter out there to talk to Betty about the money, calling it a money-making a money-making circus, whatever. The fuck out of here. Money-making. You got a lot to learn, motherfucker. These are donations that are coming in from around the world.
Who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her? Who's going to tell her? Making money. Lenore, thank you so much. Ooh, swig. Thank you. I don't drink coffee, but I am a soda drinker. Thank you very much. Who wants to tell her, though? Anybody want to tell her? Same thing. Donations, money-making circus. I mean, anybody want to tell her? Oh, Lauren, it's going to be a long day. I have a feeling. Ugh.
Oh, no. They keep calling her a heckler now. Yes, Kelly, we heard about Aaron Carter. It was yesterday. Thank you. Yeah.
Didn't she just tell us she was so upset about that, though, over Aaron Carter, but it was yesterday's news now? Wow.
Yeah, I don't think that is, with the Bubba scenario, I don't think it was a coincidence, and I was the first one to say it. It was the day that both crackheads were there when we heard about him had being killed that night, the night before. And I did say, is it possible with this hit and run that it's related? I said that doesn't sound right. I know I did. What's a terrible thing to say? I don't think it was an accident either. Linda, what's a terrible thing to say? Justin is a good guy. I'm sorry, excuse me. What did I say that was so bad?
You guys let me know if you want me to do a live react with you guys to the video. We can. Let's finish this one, but then we can reset. I'll eat something and come back and I'll stream it and we'll react to it live if you want to.
What the fuck are you talking about? Nobody has any respect for Laura. They never have. Ever since I first got on YouTube. She was here before me. You're an idiot. Don't talk about Justin. He's my friend. He's not yours. It was very sad. Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. You just making sure I'm here because my phone's still off, so I have the phone. I'm gonna drop you a little bit so annoying.
You're right. He was changing a tire and then hit and run. And then the day after, when we first set up and I was sitting under the tent, they told us Bubba's father hit and run last night. And I was like, what? And then coincidentally, there was fish, little sardines all over the grass. And the two women, one of the two women that was trying to rake and clean it up, was almost hit by that psycho loser with no teeth. All right, Linda, we get it. Wish I had a friend like Justin. Well, you don't.
Nobody wants Spanky. Don't worry. I mean, Linda does, but sorry, I just have to point out she is really upset with Linda.
He's my friend, so stop talking shit. This is my life, Tyler. What do you think? You want it? Yeah. It's witchcraft, yeah. We'll see. Put a fucking curse on that bitch. Shit, my curses always fucking work.
Wait, she's putting curses on people now?
You most certainly can, Natalie. Are you in what thing are you in? Oh. There you go. Natalie. Hey, Max Chica. I've never seen a case like this either. It's disgusting. Freckle face. What's gross? What happened? That's why we went down there, because she is not in jail. You think he'll send me signs? I don't know. It won't be through any of his music. I don't know any of his music. And I felt terrible telling him that. I was like, listen, I go, I'm a lot older than you, brother, and I'm a lot older than you. How old am I? I'm going to be what? 48? Next month? Holy shit, 48. How old are you, Tyler?
24.
24. So I'm double your age.
I wouldn't say double. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I could be a mother. Holy shit, I could be this kid's mother. Which means I would have got pregnant at 24.
I think my mom got pregnant at 17.
Holy shit. I don't know how these girls get pregnant so young. I was 31 when I had Jake. I was like, oh my God, I'm so young. Holy shit, I'm too young for this. But I did it somehow. Somehow you find the energy. I was just thinking about this.
Oh, she found the energy now. Here we go. Thank you, Lenore, for becoming a member.
The other day, I was like, oh my, I was at the airport. And I'm looking at these pictures that popped up on Facebook of like 10, 12 years ago of Jake. And I'm like, looking at myself, full face of makeup, hair's done, high heels. And I'm like, how the hell was I at Chuck E. Cheese with my hair done and my makeup done? How am I at a park with my son, pushing him in high heels and little dresses? Where did I have that energy? Holy crap. Definitely don't have that energy anymore. This is some shit. Let me turn off my, that's my stomach. My stomach doesn't know what to do. I went from that all juice diet with the greens and then did a shock value eating fast food and soda, just trying to survive for the past week.
Oh, shit. She barely survived. Oof. This is her barely survived. Beef ribs. Who takes pictures of them at the park with high heels and little dresses on anyways, like pushing a swing set? I bet that was a staged photo.
And oh my God, Tyler, I took this fucking prescription diet pill. Phentermine, oh my God. Hurt me? No, I had the jaw thing going. Oh yeah. Yes. I was like, oh my God, what's the matter with my jaw? It was what? It's like a lockjaw. And I was trying to Google it and it didn't really go with what I thought it was. I was like, I'll never, I'll never take that again. Especially when I'm outside yelling at the crackhead family. When I myself am, not doing too good out there. Hey, it kept me awake. And that's what I needed. That was my main purpose of taking it. Because I didn't have the energy. You died laughing. Hey, this jaw, what's going on? Justin, oh my God. Is this neurological? I was dying. He goes, you took the whole thing?
Oh my God, they really give you all these sauces?
Yeah, why did they give me that many sauces for 6 nuggets?
Oh shit.
Yeah, you can dump all that shit.
All right.
Dump everything. Yeah, I couldn't believe it myself. They are insane. That's Harrisburg for you.
You gotta ask for more sauce.
We're almost done. We almost made it. We're almost there, y'all. We almost made it through episode 1. But she at least admits her jaw was across the street. She claims it's from a diet pill. I don't know. I've taken phentermine once before, and I am definitely not ADHD because I was through the roof, but my jaw wasn't across the street. That's it. And I never took it again because I have a heart issue and it was a part of that. But hail to the no. Hail to the no. That's definitely not what's causing it, though. I know a lot of people that have taken phentermine with Topamax as the combined. Yeah, that's not what it was.
No, they went fucking crazy. I couldn't believe it. If I wasn't there, I would never have. You were worried? Well, this is the thing. With these TIAs that I get, that's not good for me. I probably could have gotten myself into trouble. They gave me 2 sauces with 20 pieces. No, he gave me, how many sauces were in there? 9?
More than that, probably like 10, 15.
That was something. I know, I'm a little tripped out at how many sauces they gave me.
Yeah, there's like 13 in there.
13 sauces. All right, Expedia, for real? Come on. Come on. Let's book a trip. Come on. Let's go down to, I don't know, should we go to Yuma? Or should we go back down to Savannah? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, here we go. Ay, carajo. You got to ask for saucy? Me?
Yeah.
I'm like you. I'm Italian and Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but
I don't speak it fluently,
yeah.
nor do I want to. But I believe Violet speaks it fluently. That in Louisiana, it's 25 cents a sauce. Well, I not Justin. I need a life coach. Definitely don't need a life coach. I have my fucking shit together. Justin right here.
All right, we're almost done. Sorry, I had to give a few out because I've been trying to give back a few and get more of you that are just randomly popping in when I see less names in green. Sorry, I'm just trying. We want everybody to be a part of our island. Even if you don't like me, you can be a part of our island. You just might have to sit on somebody else's tent because I'm in the herbalist tent. You can't affect my peace in the herbalist tent. You leave us herbalists alone over here, okay?
Justin is not here to even say that that is a false. Tyler right here. Tyler, come on over here. Do you believe that I need a life coach?
No.
Do you think that I have my shit together around this house?
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you think me and Adrian have our fucking shit together?
100%.
Yeah.
Think about this, though. Think about this. Random housekeeper is now being questioned about their personal life for YouTube. If this was an actual like rich person with their housekeeper, they actually usually sign non-disclosure agreements and this would not be taking place. But hey, yeah, Forgotten Whispers runs the herbalist tent. You guys would love Forgotten. She's amazing. And that's where I hang out. It's got a Diet Coke dispenser too. We're good over there. We've got different tents for all your different needs. Nanya will break it down for you. ASU Mom, thank you so much. Oh shit, there's some in here that don't like me that I know got memberships now. Sorry. Welcome to the island.
Exactly. And rehab. Are you seeing me drink tons of alcohol? And whatever alcohol that we do have, is it opened or is it closed?
No, it's closed.
Everything's fucking
Every
closed.
time I-
Remember this part because in the next episode, you'll hear Princess. So we get into December when Princess and her are partying it up with the booze. But, you know, housekeeper, of course, he's going to say, I mean, what the hell? This kid is in his early 20s. Like, you know, by that age, you just go along with whatever your boss is. That's who's paying him. I know. I love it. I love that for all of you. But that's okay. I grow on people. I'm kind of like an itch that just keeps itching. There's actually people that have lurked over here for a long time that were very, very much Becky haters. Like they were really deeply rooted in I was the devil. I was the one causing all the problems. And it took them months to come around. And I get messages like that almost on the daily of, I really hated you. I've said horrible things about you. I'm sorry, but you kind of grew on me. That's okay. And if the itch, they don't like the itch and it's not comfortable for them, they can exit too. It's all good.
Thank you. Thank you. Coming from the kid who cleans my house every week. Thank you. But I'll take your $5. And no, he's not told what to say. How is my mom? We're worried about it. That's what somebody just said and gave me $5. Oh no, they didn't give me $500. They can't afford $500. My mom is showing a little bit more weakness, and they're going to give her till Monday, tomorrow, to get her biopsy back, and then they're going to be taking her to Hackensack to stay because she's just not comfortable. Thank you for the $10, Ms. Pearson, and thank you for having respect. And I don't know why anyone would involve Justin. Prescribe medications to Justin. No, it actually was to me. I went over and got a B12 shot in Harrisburg, and it's a diet clinic. I think it might be a little shady. And I got some phentermine, and I paid for it.
Last time I checked, phentermine is a prescription. I do know there is little diet clinics that do offer the stuff. I honestly think that she was telling the truth about this little diet clinic thing, but I think there was more to the whole situation, of course, but you're allowed to think what you want.
That's slander. Don't worry, I'm not suing anybody. Let them talk about me. Let them talk about me. People are so jealous of y'all's friendship. Molly, it's grossly obvious. Yeah, I know. They want us to fight. Oh, look at that cute baby. Is the baby smiling with you? Oh, you got the baby smiling with you. That's sweet. Let the clowns think that they have some sort of emotional hold on me. They never will. Well, they do. Exactly. Trolls are low-key fans. They're the first to click on my videos, and that's all I ever wanted. They pay to insult you, but Cash App. Well, thank you. See, every time someone comes up here and they try to insult me, what happens? People give me money. Why is that? Are you trying to make me rich or something? Shut up. And I thank you for sending me that Cash App. That was very nice of you.
A true dry beggar technique. Oh, see, every time somebody insults me, that's code for subs start sending money. Subs do this. She also likes to tell people that you can Cash App her to tell her to go F herself. She don't care about the message. She just cares about the money. I mean, again, thankfully, we're almost done with this one.
Assholes. I think you're jealous. Jealousy's an ugly thing. Do you want your own YouTube channel? I think you do. Because you're over there going, yes, it is. Like you're like you're on panel. The haters bring in more views. Who cares? Listen, I got 1,278 people watching me, and I am so blessed to have that. It's a nice Sunday where everybody should be calling their mother.
Thank you, Spider Woman. Thank you so much. That is really uncomfortable because I don't know how many people she just said, but she's got 300 sitting in there watching her. I was one of those recording. You're welcome, Molly.
I'll tell you one thing. I talked to my sister earlier. I'm very afraid to go back to my mom's. I don't know if anybody has, I'm sure there is people here that have had to sit and watch their parents, mother or father, fight cancer, but I am not built for that. That dissociative thing, I have that. I'm sorry to hear that, Zen. Yep. My mom's 72. She smoked for over 50 years. I'm sorry, but I don't want to watch. It'll be worse if I watch.
Again, I'm not going to shame her for not wanting to watch her mom become ill and stuff. There's people that can handle it and there's other people that can't. So I will never shame somebody for that or having a sick parent, because it's life. Unfortunately, it does happen. I don't like Molly or her behavior, but I don't wish any harm on her mom or, even her. I mean, she needs to suffer the consequences of her behavior, but there's a line too. But she uses it as emotional manipulation on her audience. That's what this is all about. It's a feel sorry for me, pity me, poor me. It's all about me. People even ask her about her mom and she gets mad. She gets mad that they ask about her mom instead of her. Like, she gets offended because they're not asking about her. They're asking about her mom. That normal people would be really refreshed that people care enough about your loved ones. But, then again, thankfully, again, this is the last time we have to go back here. We're almost done. And I'm sorry for all of you guys that have lost somebody too. Again, it's just disgusting because she uses it all as manipulation techniques. And we heard throughout this whole thing, you heard her sister come on and co-sign for her, then Justin, then Mallory. I mean, it's all just these emotional draining polls. And these are hours long. I have one video coming up. It's 5 hours. We're not going to watch the whole thing. There's no way. I can't do it. But one of them was 5 hours, and it's basically pure emotional manipulation on her subs. I don't see how they can leave there feeling better about themselves ever.
Dementia. Ouch. That's horrible. Throat cancer. Oh my God. I haven't. It sucks. Yeah, I can't watch it. I just can't. Absolutely. Well, that is 100% true. She started everything. And just remember, they are going hard. These people are going extra hard at Miss Letitia. I don't know why, but they set her up big time with that money. And if you knew the whole story, I mean, when I heard the story, I was like, wow. Thank you, Erica.
Oh, shit. Did y'all just hear that name that she threw in there? Again, this is back in November, and we will get through her getting rid of that one too. But ding, 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 winner, 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 winner. Put all the puzzle pieces together. That's what we're doing. You guys are all getting your roadmap here, and the players involved. Yes, Nikki, you heard it clearly. Clearly. And again, you notice how she says that we set Letitia up again. Where's the proof of this? Anybody ever seen proof of that?
How do I turn on the new lights outside? Just hit the link. Check out that other door. You'll see how, Yeah, really nice, huh? Hold on, I gotta go to bed.
All right, we're done with that one. We made it. We made it through that one. Yes, Erica. So that was one of her sources through a lot of this stuff. That's why she falsely doxed Blank Screen. A lot of other pieces, moving pieces. She's been giving information to anybody and everybody in everybody's inbox. If you've missed or if you have her in your inbox on her or any of your else, run. Our P and E friends. P as in who doxed me? Autumn, is that what you're talking about? I'm assuming probably so, but just making sure before I say yes. I don't know if I don't think any of these people are friends, to be honest. Do they communicate? Self-admittedly, yes, I guess they do. I don't know how much. Yeah, Autumn. Yep. Yes, absolutely. All right, so there's that one. That is that's going on. Oh gosh, Starlight's got a video up too. Oh goodness, I'm gonna have to go catch up. Okay. I'm a little apprehensive on this 10 to life one. I will be honest, these piss me off like no other when they're so ignorant and arrogant because they think they have the sub count and they can get away with this stuff and passing off misinformation. I'm very apprehensive because I have a feeling the fact that she put it back up, she probably didn't do her due diligence. So I'm apprehensive about going into that. It's a short. Oh, wait. No, you guys are talking about other ones. Let me go look and see what 10 to Life's video looks like. I'll be honest, I'm not that excited about doing a react to it today, but I will. Hold on. It's 38 minutes. It's 38 minutes. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be bad. So how about we come back and do it? I've got to go pick up my girls at 3. So maybe a 4 o'clock live again, and we'll review that based on the facts. I'm not sure I do either solo, to be honest. Like that one was really hard for me the other day, but I need to do it because people deserve the truth. And I don't give a shit if this is her opinion or not. She absolutely muddied the water and it's disgusting. And oh, Sugarfly, you're talking about, yes, hers is a short. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know. Let me talk to the Teslas and see. I don't know if I'm feeling it today. That was really hard on me. I will be honest. Like it's really hard to watch people be this ignorant about a man's tragedy, a U.S. Marine vet's tragedy. Like it is really hard. And I would love to sit and ask these people, have you ever had somebody in your life that you've lost to suicide or an attempted suicide? Like, have you ever been in those shoes? What would you do if you were in those shoes? Like Annie, what would you do if this was one of your friends? I'm sure we could find a friend or somebody that they were associated with at some point in time. What would she feel if that was turned on them? Yeah, it is necessary. It is. Unfortunately, it is necessary. It's just draining and it is hard. It's hard. I'll be honest. It's hard. Especially when the truth is out there. Yeah, absolutely. Ice Queen. And I just think about it all the time too, because I worry about Dre, her, her kids, her subs, the people that love and care about her. I review it and then it just gets it out there further, but at the same time, at least somebody is speaking up and saying, no, this is not factual, I guess. Yeah, it's such a hard line. Hey, Jason. Solo, yeah, it might be too much in one day. I'm gonna check it out and see. We will review it no matter what. I just don't know if it'll be today. We might have to put that on the back burner till tomorrow. I don't know if I have the energy today to do it. That's hard. That's fucking hard to watch people just spit in this. This is like spitting in our veterans' faces time and time again. Do you guys get that? Like, and take it up a notch too. Like, this is a really big problem in the United States, and people are in our country, suicide as a whole. And these creators are so ignorant and so focused on their numbers and their opinions that they can't even sit back for a moment and say, you know what? Even if I'm wrong, we are losing 22 on average a day. And this is how we're going to talk about it. And then we expect them to come forward. What about the spouses of any of these other veterans? What about them? Think about that. Think about how this makes them feel. If you are a wife or a husband of a service member, think about that. Put your hate aside for a moment and think about the reality of this situation. Lauren, that's called integrity, though. There's a lot of people that see the numbers and the money, and it's more of a game to them. This is some sort of, I have to go back. I owe it to my subs. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is when you have the control. Do you know how many times I've wanted to go back and fight with some of these petty bitches? and tell them exactly what I think and slap proof in their faces time and time again, it's not worth my energy. You have to pick and choose. And this right here is an opportunity of using her platform for really educating people on the extent of our veterans and what's happening with suicide in general. And this is how she took that opportunity. That's the disgusting part. Yeah, 22 a day. Yep. So we're just going to gloss over the fact and just say it's okay that they lie on this man's life, right? Because it's okay. Her wife's got a huge following, or his wife's got a huge following. It's fine. And we're going to overlook that the family members had a huge part in exploiting this man's tragedy. Really? Think about that. Oh, Autumn. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's so often, and these creators have huge platforms to do something so good with their voices, and this is what they choose to do. It's disgusting. It's discouraging. It's frustrating because you look at them and you're like, people like that will always end up on top because they will sell their soul to get there. Jason, we're talking about 10 to Life in her video that she did on Marvon McRae. She did a video on Marvon McRae the other day. It was completely filled with misinformation, and the man attempted suicide May 23rd, 2022. He's been in a coma ever since, and there's been nothing but misinformation. There was never a case. There wasn't true crime at all. His wife was a large social media influencer, so social media took to it. His family, his biological family that didn't raise him, exploited his tragedy, raised a bunch of shit ton of money, and the money wasn't spent where it should have been. YouTubers got involved, and they've all just been filling the entire space with misinformation on this man's tragedy and exploiting his tragedy and attacking his wife, stalking his wife, harassing his wife, exploiting his children, everything you can imagine. It's absolutely been disgusting. And she came out and had the opportunity of correcting a lot of misinformation and not saying anything once the final police report was out. And instead of doing due diligence or justifying like her coverage of the story to begin with, because she's supposedly this true crime creator, which there was never a crime to begin with here. She took it down for a couple days and put it back up. We haven't watched it yet, but all of us know that it's a bunch of bullshit. So we're mentally preparing ourselves over here because we've been debunking the shit for 6 months. And I say we because the Tessas in the comment section have been here through it all. And it's been hell. Yes. Yep. There's huge amounts of money missing. Huge amounts of money. And it's all over Marine veterans attempted suicide. That's what the story is. Legit media wouldn't touch this story. In fact, they did interviews, but they couldn't air them because there was nothing but misinformation put out. There was never any honest, legit media. They call themselves media because they're YouTube creators with a voice who exploit tragedies. And from what I understand, this isn't her first time. She exploited the fuck out of Sophie Long's story too. And people have asked me to go back and debunk and look into that. And we might do it. We'll see how far she pushed this one. But if it's worth a go around, because you know what? It's not about your sub count. It's not about who you are. This is not a personal anything for most of us. This is about what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And you guys have taken it too far for financial gain. It's horrific. Yes. Yeah. Personal family issue. Absolutely. Yeah, it's heartbreaking, you know, and I look at Duty Ron, you know, and Betty did a stream on this too. Like all of them, like they're very similar, all of them. And people are afraid to call her out because I didn't even know she has almost 600,000 or she has 600,000. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. I don't look at their numbers because I don't care. If you spread misinformation, especially in a situation like this where you could use this platform for educating and speaking the reality of how often these tragedies are happening, she could do that, but instead, let's exploit it for money, right? Crazy. Yeah, and then her comment section is telling her, I'm slandering her, or I'm so pathetic. Yeah, I've heard that, Solo. I don't know. There's so much. These are really heavy situations and they've done so much. Lisa, I've heard some of that. I've never looked into any of her coverage. Some of the tests were around for that, and they are very strongly like knowledgeable about that too. And I've heard bits and pieces, but it's sad. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, that's sad. It's sad. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go eat, and then I'm gonna kind of preview it. Maybe I'll preview it and see what I need to, because if she left the body cam footage in there, I need to make sure that I edit out and things of that nature. So I probably should pre-watch it to prepare myself a little bit. But if I can mentally handle it, we'll do it this afternoon. If not, I don't know. We're doing a members only live either tonight or tomorrow, depending on Kyle's work, how long his day is. So I will either see you later this afternoon with the 10 to Life video, or I will see you this evening, or I won't. I don't know yet. So let's check and see. And then if not, I'll see you guys back tomorrow. And then we are going to go into the next episode, part 3 of all this nonsense of bringing it to. But I hope this is helping people like see the timeline and what they actually said, because they talk about, the lawsuits and all this stuff that they were doing. They tell on themselves all along. Again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you to the members. Thank you very much to the mods controlling the chat again, which nobody really has to control. It's usually just approving messages. And then if you're like me, you accidentally delete people or block people because my fingers are fat and I can't mod my own chat. But I will see you guys later this afternoon or tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks again, everybody.